fucking it.
And shit in it.
Fish poop all around.
And it's full of whale semen. I mean, that's why you just drink.
And with that, we are finally live.
Funny. Boats are filled with man semen. And elf semen.
And halflings.
And halfling semen. Lots of semen.
Please tell me that did not air because I do not want people thinking Olo is this messed up.
Only the very end, it was completely out of context.
Oh, great. So what I said.
Basically.
Ah.
Considering
Oh,
the
right,
poisonous
your
and deadly
complaints,
things
too.
you can find in the water in Chult, your argument still holds water.
Alright, I'm back.
Quick question for the spellcasters. Does anyone else have the light cantrip or comprehend languages?
I'll tell you in a second.
No, and I can see in the dark now.
Yay!
And just a quick question, Patrick, since you gave me the turtle package and everything, I went through the book and everything. Does Xanathar's Guide have any new feats?
Not
No.
for portals.
Oh.
They only
They're all
because
racials.
of the lack of racial abilities. They didn't want to put any races that aren't in the player's handbook in Xanathar's, because to choose a +1 for Adventurers League, if you choose a race that's outside of the player's handbook, you're pretty much out of luck. You can't choose Xanathar's then. Tortle is the only exception, because Tortle being released the way it was is, allowed. But that's why, like, as the two Tabaxis in the group, they couldn't take anything from Xanathar's.
Which is fine. Like, I read through it and I'm just like, yeah, I have no interest in any of this anyway.
Yeah.
Should I take Samurai or should I take Cavalier?
I totally see Beatrice as a cavalier.
Definitely. I don't know why you pull off a definite Cavalier personality with that.
But
Like,
Samurai gives you the ability to make one extra attack.
Yeah, I was going
You
to say,
use
like,
your
I
bonus
can-
action to give you advantage. You use your, I think it's like a level 12 ability to
You
say,
can pull, you
yeah,
can pull off both, but yeah, just like, my first thought was like, oh my god, Beatrice.
Yeah, the way you've been playing her, she's very much a Cavalier, but you could certainly, Student of War can also be a Samurai for sure.
I do quote the Art of War. You know what?
That's
I
very
think I'm
true.
going to go Cavalier. I think I'm going to go Cavalier. Alrighty.
So anyone else have the light or the comprehend languages spells?
I'm afraid I don't.
Nope.
Nope. I just
Okay.
talk
No and
loudly
no.
when I'm trying to be understood.
Anyone
Okay.
know what the Despawn spell does?
No, we do have a Gem of Brightness.
Okay, so we don't really need the light spell then.
Well, it's got
Right.
50 charges.
Got dark vision.
But
25
As do you.
charges.
What do you need light for?
25 charges. Oh,
Well,
never
no,
mind.
not me, but we do have 2 humans in the party, so... But
okay, to
my...
be fair,
I'm
one of the
limited
humans has dark
to-
vision now.
I have goggles.
And the
Oh,
two
so-
turtles can't really see in the dark.
See,
I
so
have
we've got 2
goggles.
humans and we have 2 turtles, so my thing is like,
Right.
I was going to take the light spell if nobody else had it, but we have that Gem of Brightness, so by the time we're out of uses, I'll probably have leveled up and I can take it again, just because, like, I have to be careful, because I can only choose enchantment and illusion spells.
Oh.
So let me get this straight. Ian has dark vision now because of his class.
Yep.
Steph has dark vision from goggles. I have dark vision from goggles. The gnome and the
Goggles.
2 Tabaxi have dark vision.
Yep.
So Olo is the only one that doesn't have dark vision currently.
Who needs dark vision when you're drunk?
And wait till
Live
the end of today's
stumbling drunk.
adventure.
Oh.
What about Hollis?
Dark vision. Gnome.
Yeah, he's the gnome, yeah.
You're the gnome. All right. That's
If it is pitch dark, I see in black and white. I'm good.
Okay, so does that mean I'm invisible to everyone if we're in the dark?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Except unless there's light being lit, in which case we would see you.
See, it would have been better. I wish I would have had this for Deadshot Marybelle Brown. when we were playing our Curse of Strahd, the whole you can just meld into the shadows and stuff would have been really nice.
Yeah, that's the whole countryside.
Whole world. Wait, so why are you invisible in the dark?
Gloomstalker. Level 3
Gloomstalker,
ability.
You as a bonus action, you can hide.
Oh, I'm always invisible.
Basically, anything that uses dark vision to see and is using their dark vision currently, i.e., dark, you're in an area of darkness, then he is not seeable.
But
Which means
Tremor
I cannot
Sensor-
heal him.
Is it considered magical darkness?
Oh, that's I think in there. 1 second, let me see.
No,
I have it up
it's
here.
Devil's
where the
sight.
conditions
Can
of
you be
light
seen
is
with
that
devil's
there is no light, so people are using their dark vision to see.
Yeah, so I'll still be seen by anything with tremor sense or scent or.
What about devil's sight?
Oh,
That is different. That doesn't give you dark vision. That just means you can see properly in darkness.
so I guess
Yeah.
you'd see me.
Or see through magical darkness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you'd see
That's
me.
right. I can't yet, but I plan to. A little sneak.
Oh Jesus! You know I don't put on my pants when I go out of the tent at night.
Right. We all think twice about which eldritch.
There's scorpions in the jungle, right?
I don't think he cares.
Scorpions
Yes,
are for other people. Oh, little fun fact. Take 4 water glasses, put your cart legs in them, and ants and scorpions won't climb up. Oh, put water in the water glasses too.
Thanks for saying that.
Oh, another one of those
Everybody ready?
explosive buffs.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
but-
are.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
You have a
Sorry.
I
mic
guess I
way up there.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I'll adjust my. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a little sick right now. I'll be adjusting my, and possibly even be turning on push to talk.
Push to cough.
Push to cough.
Yeah.
Lower my threshold a bit.
Before we start, do you guys have any interest in common magic items? They're one of the things that was released in Xanathars, and they're almost like trinkets, but they are magic items. They just don't give you any special benefit, but
What page are those on?
Some of them
statistic-wise,
do.
What page?
I mean, like the wizard's hat that lets you cast cantrip?
yeah, I'm not going to give you guys that.
Oh, so where are these? These are in Xanthars?
Yeah, starts on page.
It's after all the character stuff.
Here, how's my
136.
voice now?
I don't have mine in easy access, so I'm just gonna go with you guys.
I'm just hoping
I ended
there's
up
a-
reordering mine because it wasn't shipping from Amazon.
I'm hoping there's a Featherfall one. That would be useful.
No.
Oh.
How's my voice for everybody right now?
Yeah, good.
Good. It's that was the problem. Try coughing.
You sound perfect.
A little bit better.
Actually, if anything, I would want a cloak of billowing.
Yeah, that's what we were saying for Hollis. I need to get my guitar solos on.
How about a lectern of bellowing?
Ooh, the boots of false tracks I might take. How much do these cost?
There's no cost. I was wondering if the museum might have some. I had a list of ones that I was going to offer you guys.
Sure, depends on what they are. I haven't had a chance to look through the magical items on Xanatars yet.
I thought you couldn't add magical items to treasure.
These are common magic items, so because they don't add any, if I choose ones that don't add any statistical value, they're just considered common goods.
What's the restriction you're talking about, Lauren?
As a dungeon master for Adventurers League stuff, you can't add.
For AL stuff.
Yeah, you can't add specific magic items
Sure.
because then you
Yeah,
can
'cause
give
they
it to
balance all that
yourself
stuff.
as a DM later.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw in a.
Oh, but actually, I can't because not all of you guys can take stuff from Xanathars.
Oh, clockwork.
Never mind.
Ah,
Test,
Oopsies.
test.
Sounds good.
I like
Cough,
to
cough,
take
cough.
10 on your
Cough,
attack.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna. They have things like there's a pole of collapsing, so it's a 10-foot pole that collapses down to 1 foot. There's an unbreakable arrow. I figured it'd be simple things that a museum would have for exploration, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I would have liked the pole. Oh well.
Yeah, pole. Oh well.
I have a 10-foot pole.
But does it
Yeah,
collapse down
collapses
to
down
1
to
foot?
5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
that's
you?
not so bad.
Ooh,
You
My
sort of
favorite
candy
thing
spice
is there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
wand of scowls, which, when you expend its charges, it turns into a wand of smiles. And then when you expend the wand of smiles, it turns back into a wand of scowls.
Huh.
Oh, I like the clothes of mending. That seems like something Winthrop would have.
Yeah, they have a rope of mending that is sort of similar. You can cut it and it'll fix back up. The other one I liked is Mystery Key. It gives you a 5% chance of unlocking any lock in which it's inserted. And then once it finds the lock, it disappears.
So you just have to keep trying it.
That's not
Oh,
a
I
magic
have-
item. You just find a key.
I actually have, FYI guys, I have Mage Hand, and I'm doing the Arcane Trickster archetype, so I can actually use Mage Hand to pick locks from a distance.
Nice.
Cool.
Sweet.
No more walking into traps and activating the trap at the same time.
We might still activate the traps, but we can be at least 30 feet away from it when we do.
Exactly. And I just realized, as a monk next level, I'll get something similar to a feather fall, so I'm gonna do a lot of bonsai drops on this.
Oh god.
Oh my god, there are so many awesome character things in these items. The pole of angling. Like, you'd never need it, but I want it.
That's the point of them. All right, let's get it going.
The pipe of smoke
Hooray.
monsters. Oh, come on.
Good lord.
Good evening and welcome to Tomb of Annihilation. I'm Patrick. I will be your dungeon master for the evening. Joining me tonight are...
I'm Lorne. I will be playing Baka, the nature cleric turtle.
I'm Tara. I'm playing the Stoner Tabaxi Rogue, Walker Bow.
Andy playing Thorn, Tabaxi Paladin Warlock.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm mildly sick, so don't expect me to be talking too much today. I'm playing Hollis, the rock gnome rock and roll bard, and amateur dinosaur racer, apparently.
Ian, and I'll be playing Winthrop Q. Rutherford, Gloom Stalking Ranger.
And I'm Stephanie. I will be playing Beatrix Caspian Rutherford, Cavalier or Chevalier, depending on your accent.
And my name is Nabil, and I'll be playing Olo, a monk, and I'll be following the way of the drunken fist.
Outstanding. And last time in our adventure, you guys spent your morning at the races. You met Mobula at the VIP viewing area, and she tasked you with mingling with guests and picking up any tidbits of information you could while she wandered away to take bets on the races. You did manage to learn a few details as you explored the animal pens and the viewing platform. Beatrix and Baka were invited to sit with the merchant Prince Jobal, who had chastened Salida beside him. She apologized about her behavior at the interview the day prior, and as a gesture of penance, Jobal offered her to your group as a paddler or a porter at no cost. While she seemed genuinely sorry and perhaps afraid of losing Jobal's blessing, you were still suspicious of the offer. Jobal also offered to buy your map from you, as a good map of the Chultan Peninsula is very rare. There are only scraps of information out there, and Cinder had commissioned your map and pieced it together from all the mapped locations in Chult, which are few. Baka has offered to make him a copy, which Jobal seemed agreeable with. You all placed your bets, and Winthrop ended up the big winner, with his long shot bet on Mountain Thunder coming in at 7-1. And next, it was your turn to race in the surprise third race of the Nanbusahaka. Your team was the Purple Flail Snails, and dressed in iridescent costumes and paint, you went forth to the cheering fans, and in the 4-stage race, you guys raced T-Rex, you flew through the air, you searched for bricks underwater, and then finally all of you were on the back of a Triceratops, and in a very close victory, you guys came out winning by a horn. Your victory,
It was all
though,
because of the honkers.
it was.
It's all about the honkers, the honkers, the honkers, those honkers.
No, remember the word puzzle where I'm like,
I know.
Honkers. And
You were excellent in that, by the way. I wouldn't have gotten it.
Honestly, I had to make up somehow for not being able to find anything underwater.
Your victory, though, was not to be savored as you heard screams coming from the animal pens, and a panicked crowd caused your stage to collapse. Zombified dinosaurs were closing in on a scared child in a pen, and thinking quickly, Thorn dashed in, scooping up the child, and climbed halfway up the pen's wall. Baka then stepped forward and turned the zombisaurs, sending them scurrying into the far pen. And then working together as a team, you were able to dispatch 2 of the smaller dinos, and Beatrix was able to order some animal handlers to erect a net wall between the pens. Walker Bow leapt from building to building, ending up on top of the wall where she assisted Thorn in rescuing the child, getting her to safety. In the other pen, a dead body was found, trampled and buried under some rubble. Olo crushed its head in case it was a zombie, as Winthrop and Hollis inspected the satchel found near the body. The drunken Inspector Soggy Wren arrived with guards and confirmed the discovery of the poison Wanderlost, made from grungs and another ingredient. Also in the satchel was a jade statuette and a scroll of ice knife. You were dismissed by Wren, who said he would investigate further and perhaps see you at the museum later that day. You next visited Grandfather Zatembe, who shared his vision with you. He saw a jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes, and a black obelisk draped in vines. However, something there saw him scrying and laughed at him. Zatembe was terrified, and his vision faded. Beatrix dropped off Alistair Bowles' betting slip, and then all of you went to meet Echo and Rantoba at the museum, which is where we pick up. It is early afternoon, and you guys have entered back into the back area of the museum. You see that your dinosaur, Wanderlust, has been packed and is, set up as your beast of burden with all of the goods that Rantoba has acquired for you. And you see, Echo sitting casually, on the floor, feeding the dinosaur to some leaves and getting to know it.
That's the old one, right? The gassy one with roomy eyes.
Yeah.
No roomy eyes, but older, a little bit gassier. But has gone on many an expedition under the yellow banner for the museum, and still has a spring in its step.
All right, so remember, folks, before we get this thing killed, we absolutely must teach it to dance.
You can't have it kid. What about sing?
I'll see what I can do.
Well, if anyone can do it, you're the bard here.
I do have animal handling now.
And Rantoba
So do
welcomes
I.
you all in and just says, "I'm so glad you were all able to come back, and here's the itemized list of goods for you, Hollis, as you are the secretary. I assume you should find everything in order."
Walker starts snickering.
Oh, well, apparently I am the secretary now.
You appointed yourself to the position. It is an excellent position, by the way. Don't be ashamed of it.
Does Sun Tzu have any words of wisdom?
Yes, he does, in fact. Let me look it up. There's one actually about being super prepared for war.
Wow, you should be prepared for that.
I roll my eyes at him.
Everyone can be a little bit brave with a little bit of drink.
That is true, too.
You sent that to us in an email, didn't you?
Yes, it's also listed. Should be one of the handouts on the side. If not, I'll make it one of the handouts. And I also put in the story awards you guys have achieved, and the rumors that you picked up, as well as Father Zatembe's vision.
Yeah, I don't see it in the handouts.
We have rumors heard, story awards, gem of brightness, treasure listing, torch, and then we have a
Us.
handout for Wakanga.
Yeah, oh, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, the general list, it was a very basic list of supplies and gave you guys, all the
Found it.
necessities that you would need. Couple of canoes. The only thing you guys that would be new to you, but Winthrop would recognize, are the rain catchers and the local spears that are used here, but they're sort of one-handed spears, and they're the ikwa.
Pokers.
All right, I got it. By the way, we owe the museum 1,167 gold.
Sounds about
What?
right.
That's
When we get
the
back.
total cost of the expedition. So we're gonna have to bring back some good stuff.
Or two,
Artifact.
excellent artifacts for the museum itself.
Oh, excellent. So
What, you said it was 1,000 and change each?
No, in total.
Oh. Well,
yeah,
I
no,
already
no,
have
we
a
don't
third of that.
all owe them. Yeah, no, that's an expensive one.
Well, I have 325 gold on me right now.
If you had all listened to me about, I can't remember my favorite dinosaur that won.
I did vote on the
Mountain
bet on
Thunder.
that. Yeah, I did bet on that one. I ended up getting 75 gold out of that.
Awesome. And Steph won, I think, won too because of Buddy asked her to vote on that bet.
Well,
Oh, I didn't win anything. I have a gold, honey. I need some more gold. I need to bet some more.
I got everything back that I bet.
Oh,
You
good.
did
Evictions all around.
pick up a jade statuette that you guys haven't investigated yet either. So
Mm.
Ooh, pokey pokey. I want to check
Yeah,
that
we
out.
stole that from
Yeah.
Detective Wren, Inspector Wren.
Oh,
didn't
look at
we?
that thing.
We did?
Ren left you that and left you the scroll. He took the satchel and the poisons.
Mm.
Yeah.
And is that something that we could give to the museum for part of our payment?
Look at this jade statuette we found.
No, I counted that in your treasure last week that you sold it to the museum for 50 gold.
Oh, okay.
But Rantoba recognizes it as a statue of Dendar the Night Serpent, who is the deity of the Yuan Ti. And it's fairly good quality, and 50 gold is nothing to sneeze at, but it is, certainly not an artifact.
Is there a little plaque on the bottom with all our names on it?
I'm sure we can have that made up for you, Master Rutherford. That would not be a terrible hardship. It is one more listing under the many things you have successfully brought into the museum.
He's gonna, Winthrop will go to do a, arm pump, but kind of catch himself before he completely starts, and very good.
And so as you can see, the two canoes can hold 12 people. You currently have 11 in your party, so I thought that would be more than sufficient.
Oh, and that concludes Celinda?
Well, you guys have to decide if you want her to come with you guys. So, as a party, what do you guys think?
I vote yes.
I vote no.
Seems
I-
suspicious.
Yeah, I vote no on two factors. One, it seems suspicious, and two, it might anger the one we hired.
And, here, we should probably tell him that we don't want to endanger her life, and it's quite alright we don't take offense.
But it's free. It's a free extra hand.
It's a free extra spy, is what it is.
Okay, you really?
Spy.
Yeah. Okay. This one may be a free one, but who's to say that the one we're paying for isn't a spy either?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Also,
I'd rather have her
Exactly.
But the chances that one of them is a spy is.
Dude, I think they're all spies. They all work for the Merchant
Guys.
Prince.
guys, out of
Yeah?
character, having read on multiple threads how whoever you get as your guide, if they take part in combat, they get a share of the experience. This would be yet another mouth to feed along the way.
So, we'll just tell them not to do it and hang out with the Daves.
Many hands make for light work. That's Walker. Walker will go with the majority, but she doesn't. Yeah, why
Oh,
not? More hands,
Well,
light
that's fine.
work.
It's one more mouth to feed, one more person who needs water. I would say no, just because.
All right, you want to just vote along
Yeah.
the margin here?
How about just a show of hands? Yes, no.
Can't
Hollis?
see my hands.
As long as she can hold her drink, I'm
That's a no.
okay with that.
Oh,
4 notes.
can we, like, if she
We're
is...
outvoted, girl.
Nah, it's free, though.
We're outvoted, girl.
I know.
And
Anyway.
from not too far away, you actually hear Echo's voice at this point saying, "We're not all spies. Just because we pay money to Joe Ball doesn't mean we owe anything to him."
Well, fine, but aren't you? Do you find it a little bit odd that suddenly she's going to be joining us for free?
She embarrassed Joe Ball. I don't particularly like her, so I am not upset she is not coming, but I don't know that I would ascribe any ulterior motives to her.
I see no ulterior motive, huh?
Yeah. I think
Whether
we got
Joe
enough
Ball
people.
has ulterior motives is another matter.
That's probably what I was mostly concerned with.
Yeah.
Selena probably okay, but she might be being leaned on, and I'd just rather.
We
not
already
take the
sold him the copy of the map.
Oh, no, you haven't made the copy yet. That you'll have to try and make that here at the museum, because this is where all the best tools would be.
Yeah, so we're already giving him a copy of the map. Like, what else would he want?
So should I guess I should go and begin to make that copy.
Yeah, and you have cartographer's tools here at the museum. So I think, first of all, make me a dexterity check, and then give me a constitution check.
And this will be for me swinging up onto our Triceratops' back.
Okay, so
Oh!
I'm assuming
You
these
just
are
run right up his tail and slide like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, but never do.
I'm assuming that these checks are to actually use my cartography tools.
Yeah, so make sure you add your proficiency. And the constitution is because you're doing such fine, close work. It's almost like keeping concentration on a spell. Because you can start off clean and then end up a little sloppy.
Well, it defaults to wisdom for cartography tools.
Okay, then, yeah, then start with wisdom, and then, but yeah, I want to do a constitution for the, to see how you hold up.
All right, I will apply guidance to myself on the map.
Is this a bardic inspiration moment?
This might be a bardic inspiration, but wait, you already used yours.
I
Oh, wait.
already used mine. This
Oh,
is
well, you
true.
get an extra one. You get an extra one because we're level 3.
It is entirely dependent on charisma bonus. I get charisma bonus in bardic inspirations, and currently my charisma
Oh.
bonus is +2. So
Yeah,
I'm
hasn't
out.
gone up yet.
Oh.
That will be next level. See, there you go.
So yeah, it'll be highly detailed. And he said, Constitution check or saving throw?
Just a check, but you can add your proficiency to it again. Because you're good with the tools, it's just a matter of keeping your fine detail.
All right. In that case, then we'll just cheat and do it this way.
It's just because you're copying rather than creating a map fully. But yeah, you managed to make an excellent copy of the map, and while you're doing it, give me a survival check.
And to quote Chasing Amy, you're a bleeping tracer.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have had my guidance on that.
Nope.
So still 21.
Which is very, very good. And as you're looking at the map and thinking about the layout of it, and you know, with your skill in cartography, you're used to looking at locations and figuring out where trade routes may have been and where cities would be optimally located. And
I am
so,
an archaeologist.
Yeah, and so between that and what you heard from Father Zatembe, you would think that, a city far to the south, as you're looking at your map and looking where the peaks are and where the mountains are, you would think Omu or any other sort of lost city down there would probably be there or down in here. In between those ranges is probably the most likely places for a great city to be.
Can I try a cartography check as well?
Sure.
Because that's what I took as well.
And what are you wanting to look for?
Probably a safe passage down there. Or what's going to be our safest route? Have we even decided where we're going?
I'd like to check out the Aarakocra first.
Yeah, you guys
and
have
get
kind of
that...
decided that, which is down there at Kirsabal.
Okay, so I'll plot out our coming course.
So, well, I'm thinking, I mean, just spitballing here, we don't have to actually do it this way, but we're in Port Anzaro, so what if let's switch to a tool that will actually do this, head down the River Tariki to the Firefinger place, because I remember there was something there. I don't remember what it was.
The Terrafolk who will rip our heads off as soon as we approach.
Excellent.
Oh, well, okay, then why don't we first start down the river here, go over to Port Castelgar, and then from there head towards, through Kitcher's Inlet.
Could we just rent a boat? And
So,
go around
natural 20 on the cartographer's tools for our course.
Sweet.
Okay, yeah.
Walker wants to go and play with the birds.
Eat the birds.
Yeah, you looking at this, you think the easiest route would actually be down the River Tariki into this lake, and then portaging across to the river this way, and taking the river as far down as you could get, rather than having to cross that entire area, which is most likely heavily zombie territory.
Well, it looks like
Ooh, that
the
sounds fun.
river
Let's
gets
go there.
within 20 miles of Kirsabal.
So we'd be going upriver, though, right? Upstream.
Yep.
Well, Echo lets you know that those rivers are so sluggish that it doesn't even feel like there's a current going in either direction. So you're paddling both ways.
We're maybe losing a foot for every 20 we travel.
And
Yeah.
you'll go twice as far in a day in a canoe as opposed to going overland.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could possibly attempt to paddle our way past some flying monsters. Sure, sounds good.
I mean, I'm interested in checking out that Shield Guardian rumor that we had earlier over near Camp Vengeance.
yeah, that would be nice.
But
I've heard about them in the past.
the other side of the...
Yeah, we might have to do it on the way back.
Oh, and as you're making this and looking over the map, Rantoba also perks up and says, "Oh, I almost forgot. There was a member of the Lord's Alliance who was in here the other day and hoping for a map that showed the location of a couple of cities, and they wanted to trade a ship for it." And he thumbs through his book, and he says, Oralunga and Nangalore. And he knows a little bit about Nangalore, and just says this is one of the Lost Great Garden villages, and it's somewhere down around here, and Oralunga's somewhere over on that side. But if they could get a map with the exact location, they were more than willing to trade us a ship for it.
You said somewhere around those areas?
Somewhere around there, yeah. I mean, no one's. That's the thing. We don't have any clear information, but that's why they want to trade a ship for it.
That seems like it would be a very fast way around the island.
Oh, eventually, but you'd need to really trek overland to find it. What makes it so dangerous? I mean, you can't just go through the mist Mistcliff Mountains over here on the west to get to it. So, and
Yeah,
the
we're in
longer
a bit
you're
of
in
a
the jungle,
time
the more
constraint.
dangerous it is.
Each of those squares is a day of travel.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah.
time for that.
Well, except if we're taking the rivers. We get twice as far, so we get 2 squares on the rivers.
And Eku says, I know where Nangalore is. I've explored there and brought back some flowers, so that's not terribly far from, or out of our way. Oralunga's a little further west than we may want to go at this point, but perhaps on the way back.
Okay, so looking at this, I mean, we've gotten 2 possible locations. Do we want to make a beeline for there, or do we want to try and pick up some more, information and experience on our way down to the 2 locations on either side of the Peaks of Flame?
Well, it looks to me like we're gonna be passing through Firefinger, which is gonna be all sorts of hilarious. As we get to Kirsa Ball, we are gonna be going down past that one city because that's kind of on the way. So if we go to the potential location of the Auntie City on the right, that's mostly there. And then if it's not there, then we can always round the mountains, possibly to the north, and see the other one, and then come back up towards Oralunga.
Yeah.
By then we'll probably all be able to teleport anyway. So
Yeah, walking
Yeah,
to the land of ash and smoke.
Yes.
Seems
It'll
to-
be a tale for the ages.
Like, I mean, there are quicker ways to commit suicide, I guess.
Well, I mean, eventually I may be able to send us 500 feet at a time.
500 feet at a time? What do you mean?
Tree stride. Oh, wait. No, it's only me.
oh, that's great. There you
guys
go.
are
Off
advanced
into the
scouts.
trees.
Oh, eventually you'll be able... Do you get access to the Windwalker one where we all turn into little gaseous forms and zoop?
Possibly. I don't
So-
know if it's on the clerical list. That's the thing.
I think
might
it's
be.
just a druid spell.
Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard spell.
Oh,
So-
darn. Because you're a nature cleric, I wondered if that was your exception.
Nope.
So are we
It's not even a druid spell.
headed up the river Turkey then and deal with the Firefinger folk? Chop
Well,
through,
well, the
bushwhack
Firefinger is for
through over to the
Azaka.
river. What's this of the river? Go upriver a little bit more to Kirsa Ball. Is that the plan?
Do you want to invite Azaka along and do her quest for Firefinger?
That's extra guides.
I know it's extra guys.
She's free if we help her.
Yeah.
That's true. We could bring. That'd be a great slap in the face to what's her name?
I was about to say, I mean, okay, we're gonna take the one
Selena?
free guide with the quest, but we're gonna turn down the other free guide because she's a little bit of a.
guide. Oh wait, we do, but not you.
Well, I
yeah.
found her talk flattering.
Well, that makes sense. Look, if we actually have someone who has some knowledge of the Firefingers, then that would make sense. But bringing someone along just because she feels bad for making some off-color joke in an interview.
So
And
let's
from
get-
behind you, you hear a little. Well, if you're looking for someone else to join your little exploration party, I think I've got someone who fits the bill.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
who?
Why
Oh,
don't we
God.
send out
Hi.
invitations?
Cat God
boy.
save me.
Hollis,
you
could you
turn
go
around.
outside and just ask everybody on the street?
I'll play him a song.
And you turn around and you see Soggy Wren is behind you, and beside him is a 3.5-foot, very green, small frog person, and who has sort of in his hand a small, short walking stick, and he's wearing sort of a leather satchel across his chest, And,
Oh, he's gonna sing, isn't he?
And Ren just says, "Oh, he's been singing all morning.
Oh.
This here is Wadumu, and we were tracking the 1T pureblood body that you guys found this morning, and with the poisons that were found in the satchel, we did a little bit of exploration, which led us to this fine creature here. And Wadumu here knows where the poison is being made. It's in his old village.
Oh, they took over your village?
And at this point, Wadumu just kind of nods his head and croaks and just says, and my voice can't do this because I'm still getting over a cold.
Oh no. Gotta do the accent, man.
Our leader had snake dreams and gave ourselves over to the snake leader, so now we serve her, but the poison is made from grung. So
I personally would have made him French, but
Don't be racist.
I thought about doing it as Kermit the Frog.
Oh, hello everyone.
Wadumu the grung here.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Miss Piggy.
So does this mean that they're essentially sacrificing grung to create this poison, or is it just like an excretion?
We excrete, but we die to make poison. So
Like you're killed, or you die naturally and you're harvested?
killed?
You want tea?
All right then.
I'm guessing that I'm the only one who's eye to eye with Wadumu here.
Yep.
All right. I kind of look him in the eye and I say, Wadumu, would you happen to know where the Yuan-Ti are coming from? Like where their city is?
No, she came out of the jungle, and there are many lost cities around us, but they found our secret village, and Wadumu was cast out. But
little frog person, I'll pull the map off the table. Could you show us where your village is?
and he just looks and just says, and points somewhere in around there. And it's just like, I know it. And Eku, sort of looks and just says, it's kind of on our way. And
Okay, let's go save the frog people.
Honestly, I think this might be a worthwhile diversion.
Yeah, I mean,
missed where
we're
it was
saving people's
located.
lives here.
Yeah, where was it so we can write it down?
And at that,
Okay.
Ren, just says, I'll drink to that. I thought you guys would be able to help me. And you see him sort of shake his flask, and he frowns a little bit and, takes a sip. But it seems emptier than he would like. And then at that, he also says, why don't you come in, little one? You've been following me for the last 30 minutes or so.
Walker
Oh.
face palms at this point. More people.
And poking
Yes, more.
poking her head around the corner is a very young-looking tabaxi.
Okay, I'm cool with this.
Oh boy.
It's a kitten. Is that what you call your babies?
And
Technically, yes.
Ren just sort of looks and goes, Screaming Wind, they should have known. Everybody, this is Screaming Wind. She's the local member of the Emerald Enclave. She's pretty good. I'm sure she has a request for you guys as well, since she's been following me most of the morning.
Oh,
is
how
this the
little
guy we
is
hired?
she?
I give her a slight, head nod.
Yes.
Okay.
Thorn perks up too, since he's
Oh yeah,
aligned with that.
Walker Bow's ears
What's up, kitty
perk
cat?
right up,
Yeah, and
and she
you-
glares at Hollis.
And so yeah, this, very young, sort of tabaxi sort of steps forward and looks a little chagrined at being called out, and very quietly says, "Yes, I'm with the Emerald Enclave, and we, would ask any the faction members of our group that if you could send us information back from the jungle when you get a chance." And she pulls out of her satchel a small cat, but this cat, as it is pulled out of the bag, sort of stretches, and a couple of small wings sprout out of its back as well.
Now the cat's out of the bag.
Walker steps forward.
It's a Tessum, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Oh my
and she's
goodness,
like,
it is.
This is Mau Mau, and Mau Mau will bring back a message from the jungle if you find anything and can let us know who is behind the making of these poisons.
All right.
Walker.
Yes,
will
we'll do it.
No, those beasts are awful. They'll
Walker?
knock everything over.
Hollis
Walker
will
ignores
absolutely take Mau Mau.
everyone and reaches out to take the Tressum from the little one, saying,
I pet the Tressum.
"Of course, little one, we will accept our winged friend here and send you back any messages we can."
Oh no,
Give,
this is
give me
licking
an
your
animal
lips now?
handling check.
I am not licking my lips, damn it. This is a winged feline. This is a brother in arms, damn it. Animal handling? Oh, that's a 0. That's going to work out fantastic. Yeah.
I am going to look at the cat and use my animal handling and be like, I'm on to
Bam.
you.
Do I not get advantage because we're felines? Damn it.
Well, the cat sort of, rears back and hisses, but then immediately kind of hops over to, runs up your arm and hops over to Hollis and scurries inside Hollis's bag, and you just see these two eyes sort of poke out. And
I'm just glaring
And
daggers at Hollis.
I'm gonna ask, just Screaming Wind.
give
Anything
little
else it
scratch under
could
the
do
chin.
for us, while we have it in our group?
Knock over anything on a shelf. Hack up on the carpet.
I was
don't have
thinking more,
carpet or
because I've
shelves.
actually read about these things. It's detect poison ability.
and she says, maybe, but I would have to say Mau Mau's not the bravest of creatures. But, if you just slip a message into the little sort of holster that she wears, she'll certainly be able to bring the message back to us.
Aww.
Will do.
Oh, in real life, one of our cats is named Mau.
Oh
So
my
this is-
god.
So this is cute. And we call her Mau Mau. Because in Chinese, Mau means cat.
Yeah.
So sometimes we call her Kitty Mau.
But that's
Aw.
also the
Cat.
sound she made when we first found her.
Oh my god, that's just awesome.
Yeah, she's basically a Pokemon.
Oh, that's excellent, and thank you again for your service. And come on, young lady. I'm sure we can find a drink somewhere in this location, and we can have a little chat.
So that's not our guide. I'm kind of confused with
So we have the grung, and we
The
also have
grung
this
left,
little
didn't
tabaxi that.
or are we
Nope.
taking the grog?
Nope, the Grung is going with you to show you
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
village. Soggy Ren is the sort of detective investigator in town, and so he wandered off with Screaming Wind, who's the Emerald Enclave representative.
Oh, okay, now I recall. Yes. Okay, so yeah, he was the drunk investigator, the drunk detective from last week.
Yes.
Drunk
known for
detective?
being
Yeah,
drunk,
here,
but also
fine,
known for
right.
being incredibly smart.
All right, little frog chap, come on up here with me and we'll set out. Unless
Oh.
we're getting more people.
Waduma, what is the name of your village?
He just looks at you and we just call it Grudge Gills. Was more
Perfect.
the name of our clan than name of town, but That is as close as I could tell you.
That's perfect. Yep, we'll definitely have room on the boat, and you can ride along top or swim alongside, depending on what you're more comfortable with. And we'll head out there.
You go
Yeah, let's
piggyback
save the
on,
village.
Hollister.
That make Wadmu very happy, because Wadmu, Grung, and most people think Grung evil, but Wadmu isn't evil. Wadmu good. This is why Wadmu kicked out of tribe.
Aw, Wagamoo.
Well,
Could've
it's
pat
not
him on the
easy being
head.
green.
Oh, I'm sure he'd appreciate that. Oh. Faux
Would
pas.
he kind of pulls away and just says, Grung secrete poison. No touch.
Yeah. You
No
die.
touch.
Oh! Oh, so don't lick him. Okay.
Why would
I'm
you
going
lick him?
to.
To get
That's not the
high.
piece. That's
He's
not the high
literally
you're
a
looking for.
sentient poison dart frog.
Can
That's
I?
more a Walker Bow thing, I think.
Seriously.
Can we
I have
pull him
enough
a little
catnip for
vial
both of
to him?
us.
And kind of scrape off some of the. Or is that offensive?
That
How
is
about
like,
you
I
ask
think
It's very
first?
offensive.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, his whole tribe is
Can't
being
take you anywhere.
harvested for poison. Let's not start doing the same.
Okay, before we decide to head out, is there anything more we should do?
I think you guys wanted to invite some more people.
I think we should get the
Jesus.
hell out of here as
I'd
fast
s-
as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really,
before
given the
anybody
rate
else
at which
takes
people are
along.
glomming onto our band.
Actually, okay,
We're
before
gonna
we
take the
leave,
entire town with us at this rate.
but before we leave, I would like to do a slight bit of shopping.
Oh, man.
No, I have 2 items I wish to procure, and that is it. Both of them being potions of healing.
I was afraid you were going to shop for pajamas or something.
Oh, no,
as long as
no.
they're beady pajamas. We could all have matching team pajamas.
Oh,
We need
yes,
to
that
do
is a
this.
thing. That is
Uh,
a thing. And they're all like
No.
my nice little matching pajamas that Ian hates the fact that I buy them in bulk from Costco, but I like them because they're cute.
Yes.
With knee-high socks.
Okay, maybe not knee-high socks, but yes, we need to go shopping one day.
So can I buy more potions, Patrick?
You can.
Well, we all
it's
talk
just
about
a
what
it's
you're-
just a quick visit to Wakanga, as he is the only one who sells the potions, and they are 80 gold apiece.
Oh,
Okay, never mind then.
on the other hand, I'd rather have a potion in my pocket than gold rattling around.
I'm
That
a
is a
cleric.
good
I can suffer.
I'll buy two.
I still have one healing potion, so I think I'll hold off.
Oh, actually, I
I
have,
I'm
have
holding
no
on
money.
to mine.
somehow.
Actually,
I'm
no,
holding
never
on to
mind.
mine.
I'm good for now. We're good.
I have 2. Let's
Sorry.
go. Let's go. Quick, get in the boat.
Well,
Do we
with
want
that,
to just set sail early tomorrow morning, or?
No, we're going.
No, we'll get as much distance as we can tonight, then we'll make camp.
Yeah, our group is going to be double by tomorrow morning. So,
Like half the town is running out after us. Wait, we've got more side quests.
like,
Oh,
like
more!
where
We
the
need the
Wild
money.
Things are.
Ugh.
We'll eat you
Time
up. We
limit.
love
Oh,
you so.
Walker Bow wants to do some shopping too. She wants to score some more nip before she leaves.
Find more of that in the jungle, won't you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'd rather not have to take the time to look if we can avoid it.
Ditch nip? Nah. Gotta
All right,
have that hydroponic stuff.
give me a persuasion check to see if you can locate a dealer in the market.
Oh, I have no charisma. This is not going to work out well.
Persuasion. It takes you quite a while, and I mean, there are.
I am desperate.
Drugs! Drugs! I need drugs! Do you have drugs?
Here's
Well,
the
they're,
thing.
they're
She
not
doesn't.
drugs to everybody.
Well,
And
yeah.
you do eventually, find one of the Tabaxi minstrels who, points you in the right way, because they look you up and down and just say, come with me. It's over here. And it costs
Wow,
you.
did I give off a desperate vibe?
You,
Just a
you
little.
do.
Yeah.
And so you're able to find somebody, for a decent sized batch. It costs you 30 gold.
Cool. Got it. Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah. On that note, anybody else playing Meat Grinder?
Oh.
me.
What
Nope.
exactly is meat grinders? Like double the XP and what are the penalties again?
Death saves are
Tempers.
now a DC 15.
only like
Ugh.
It's not double,
10%.
it's 10% extra.
Yeah, it's
But
not
if
double.
you're not going to enter
Whoa, if it were
into
double.
combat, it's not bad.
Here, I'll do meat grinder too.
I'm not.
Really? We're heading into combat, probably. Let us hope.
Let's see my thing.
Does Olo have time to, pick up some supplies to make his brews, grog?
Well, you've been supplied with a bunch of tej already, which is the sort of sweet local wine here. So you're already set.
Hello, wine.
We'll
Alright,
teach
I
him
have-
how to make prison hooch by taping it to the underside of the trike to keep it warm while it ferments.
Oh God, no.
Ah, Pruno.
Ah, yes, classic.
You could stash some hooch under your carapace, couldn't you?
I've got a lot of space in this carapace.
I
All
forget,
right.
do we have any barrels in our goods?
Ooh.
Yes.
Good. Because
Oh,
that
yeah.
means, daily I can create a lot of water for us.
Yeah. I included the barrel because that was in your list of wanted items for sure.
How much is like plate mail?
Plate mail is almost
a
impossible
lot.
to find in Chult, and it costs you.
It's like 1,500 normal.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
There's
it's-
Wanderlust right behind the canoes.
Except Wanderlust isn't a token, I don't think.
Whoops. How do I get rid of that?
Just drag and select over it.
Yeah, it costs you. I think it's almost double. I'll have to find it in the book, but yeah, any kind of metal armor is really rare because it's so dangerous in the jungle because it causes you exhaustion much more rapidly than any other.
Yeah. Oh, well, at least I got my chain shirt.
Oh shit, I took scale mail.
Which is medium.
Oh, okay, good.
Leather
heard
armor.
Ian, you used to have +1 scale mail made of wood. On your kobold.
Splintery.
Oh, right, yeah. Alrighty. Do we have tokens, or do we need tokens? I guess we don't need tokens for this part, do we?
You do. I'm just bringing them on.
Bring them on.
So you guys can figure out who's in which boat.
I'll tell you what, boat Hall says, oh.
I guess I should be in the one boat that doesn't have our guide in it.
We
I'll
need
be
3
in-
tokens for Dave's.
I'll be in the boat with the guide. Or whoever that token is.
Yeah, 2 turtles in 1 boat. That's gonna be fun.
How are we
Should
not...
I be riding the Triceratops or not?
Do you want to be
let's-
up here with me? Or do you want to be in the boat?
If anyone's
can-
going to ride the Triceratops, I think it should be Hollis, because Hollis weighs basically nothing.
Well, I was going to be helping it go forward with animal handling.
I have animal handling now, and
What?
I'm also a cavalier.
Yeah, it's probably the best. I've got an animal handling of 3.
5.
Keep in mind,
Wanderlust is more than happy to just swim along behind the boats, regardless. It's used to this.
keep in mind,
Okay.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
okay,
Wanderlust does
I'll-
not
okay.
have a
You and me.
proper saddle. It's pack animal, basically.
Yeah,
right now.
it's carrying all your supplies, and Echo also warns you that any appendages that are in the water are more than likely to get nibbled on by the fish. To put
Oh,
it
okay,
mildly.
so-
Off the
meh.
Triceratops.
Off the Triceratops.
What would it be for a roll to sit up on top of the gear, watching out with my bow? Anti-air and stuff. And all that jazz.
Personally, I think each boat should have at least one person with a decent ranged weapon.
I have a crossbow.
So that's Thorn and Winthrop.
Well,
Also Deepwalker Poe. but-
actually, my only ranged weapon is
was gonna say.
Eldritch.
Like, yeah, don't
Oh.
forget me.
All right.
Yeah, right now I'm cantripy.
Then maybe Deepwalker Bow should go in the other boat, and I should go in the boat that you're in.
So I'm going in the other one? All right.
If that makes sense.
It's whatever works. Just tell me where to go.
Okay.
All gravy.
And how many people can be in a boat at one time?
6.
Okay.
So the
this
Daves are
works.
taking up the other space, but I just don't want to put their tokens on to make the screen too busy.
The Daves. I love that.
We have room for one more person if we ever come across them.
Sorry, remind me again. Who are the Daves?
They're my 2 camp followers and my squire.
Oh God.
Basically,
okay.
they tend the camp. They make food for us. You know, they do the NPC things.
Menial labor.
As all good interns should.
Short Dave, Big Dave, and Medium Dave.
There are 3 Daves.
Yes, packed ship here. 2 boats.
Yeah.
If one gets damaged, we're going to be bushwhacking. You're around it.
One of us
Oh,
will get mending at some point, right?
Yeah, way to jinx us, Thorn.
Yeah. Nothing could go wrong.
Thanks.
Yay.
That's okay. We're surrounded by wood, so everyone start knocking.
And with that, you guys set out on your journey. And I'm going to montage the first couple of days for you guys. And your first few days traveling along the Tariki River has been easier than expected due to Echo and Wadamu.
That means we
navigate-
get a long rest.
And can
Yes.
we use survival to keep an eye out for anything that we could use, like, no poisonous plants or fruits we could eat, or anything to just help us move forward?
Let me get to that. There's
Oh,
going to
sorry.
be something you guys do basically every day and every night. We're going to sort of work it out. But they allow you to navigate around zombies, find some natural insect repellent, and prevent you from eating poisoned fruits and preventing some flora and fauna from eating you.
Ooh, neat.
Wadumu even one night was able to show you a secret Tunalunga, a grung traveling nest high up in a tree, allowing you a comfortable night's sleep. The rain has been soft but continual, the heat stifling. The jungle canopy seems to hold it in, and the water you float in just begs you to take a drink. As you are traveling down, Eku, has been sort of waxing rhapsodic about the jungle, and letting you know things like entering a goblin village is a very dangerous thing to do, because legend has it that the villages can actually soar through the air like a meteor. And that, dinosaurs aren't good or evil. They are the children of Bugtao and should be respected. It is really the zombies that are the evil and the dangers of the jungle. And, as you're traveling, she tells you of Riath roots and, can identify them on sight for you. And these roots make you strong, she says. The more you eat, the better. They are very rare, and you will, sometimes see brontosaurs eat them till they are completely gone. Hopefully we'll be able to find some for ourselves. On your 3rd day, you guys were passed by another canoe, rowed by 4 men, 2 of whom seemed to be rotting away. The heavily tattooed man resting in the back waved and wished you a good morrow as he went past.
Keeping hand on bow.
Did he look like he was a necromancer with undead minions rowing, or did he look like he was some rich guy employing others who had died previously and they were off?
Give me an insight check.
I can try that.
Can we all try that? Or
Yes.
that's pretty good. I don't think we have to.
Yeah, he was wearing, light red robes, so you would actually think he was a red wizard of Thay, a known necromancer.
Friendly, though.
I grumble under my breath.
I would say cordial, not friendly.
That counts as friendly for out here.
He didn't attack us. That's the good thing.
Yeah, that's friendly for the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We have fun and games.
Damn it, I was just about to say
We've
that.
got everything you want.
Honey, we know the names. And Hollis immediately starts pulling out music sheets and starts
Oh,
pinning
boy.
a song.
The next day, we will sing that song as we row down the river.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
The tabaxi sleeps tonight.
Until the canoe flips over.
That
And
part's
so-
not going in the song.
while you guys are traveling, the way it's going to work is every morning you will basically choose a navigator. It could be Eku, it could be one of you, and you will roll to see how your direction is going for the day. You will also be able to do some foraging for your water collection and any types of fruits or plants that you want to try and find. And we'll do a camp setup, and then I'll just assume that that's how it's going to be done every day, unless you guys say differently, just to save us a lot of bookkeeping. So, who do you want to be your navigator?
Survival, right? Or nature?
Survival.
Who's got the highest survival?
I have a
Hollis.
5.
I have a 5.
So
I've
we've
got
got
a 2. I'm not
3
like
tied at 5, because I have 5. What
You
about
guys, you guys can take turns, or you can nominate a single person. Or
Yeah, not
if
Walker.
you make
She's got 0.
if you make
Zero
Echo
for me, too.
your guide, it's the kind of thing. If one of you chooses to assist, her rolls would be done with advantage.
Well, okay, I have an idea. Why don't one of us assist her? I give her advantage, and we let her do it because she's also familiar with the area.
And
theory.
the other 2 will look for anything useful on the sides of the river as we go by.
Well, I'm one of them.
Oh, okay, so all 3 of us.
Well, no, okay, so I'm giving guidance. All right, so that's one of us down. Another one will help her, so that's another one down. And the third one could I guess, do backup, if that works?
No, it's only one person that's really allowed to assist. They're
Okay.
pretty clear about that in the rules,
And, okay,
because they do want to
For-
make it possible that you can get lost.
first, we're going to question, is she pretty familiar with the area and feels confident that she'd be able to guide us through this area specifically?
She is very well acquainted with this area, and all the way down to Kirsabal and to Nangalore. She has explored Nangalore.
Okay.
Excellent.
Secondly, is her modifier higher than ours?
I have a 4.
Well, the highest we have right now is a 5. And we have 3 of them.
How do we probe her for this information?
I don't know.
Well, we're 3 at least somewhat experts in survival. We could ask
Yeah,
her a
she's
survival
got a
related
+7.
question. Oh, okay. Yeah,
What
her.
if you
She
were-
rolled-
Okay, yeah, then we will give her advantage and guidance and let her guide us.
Yeah, as a guide, that's one of the things they're definitely equipped with. So yeah, she has a +7 to it. So
Okay, it just when we start leveling up and start outpacing her, we'll probably end up switching. But yeah,
Yeah, for now.
for now,
It's-
she's our guide.
Okay, so who's helping her?
all right, so yeah, let's. Who wants to assist her on this first roll?
I will go forward. I've
Yeah.
been in this forest before.
And I'm going to give her guidance. Well, she gets advantage, so
Oh!
Wow.
Oh.
so she still gets the D4.
I'm gonna be helping for the first part of the day a lot.
Oh, shit.
Patrick, you can roll a D4 on top of that,
Oh, I thought you were going to roll it.
Oh, you want me to? I can do it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
go
that
ahead.
hard. Here. Woohoo! 16.
Yep, and so with that, I mean, between her and Wadamu, you guys are sort of kept on track and not taken off any of the false tributaries. And on different days, you guys are doing different amounts of foraging. One afternoon, as you guys are doing some, resting and collecting your rainwater, you see, beside from one of the tall trees beside you, a fist-sized nut falls and hits the ground. And as it hits the ground, you can see that it starts emitting a hazy light.
Ew, what's that?
Hollis
that?
immediately backs away and draws
Yeah.
the rapier.
Walker gets her bow ready.
Do we know what? There's 4 of us here with good survival. Do we know what that is?
Yeah.
Wadumu know what it is.
Well, both Wadumu and Eku and the Turtles recognize these as Wooka nuts.
Ooh.
And they basically, they let you know that, in their, standard form up in the tree, they're inert, but you can, if they drop her, you can shake them and they'll emit light for a little while until it dies out. It's just a natural phenomena.
Well, we are jumpy as hell.
Yeah, I guess so.
There are zombies and all sorts of weird, crazy, poisonous, possibly sentient plants that hate us out here. So yeah.
Plus a red wizard of they just passed us by.
Yeah, there's just a red wizard
Corpses.
out here. It's all good.
The Wukus,
Eku, suggests that, if we wanted to collect some of these, we can use them at night, around the camp instead of,
I'm okay with
wasting
this.
fire or torches.
I'm
Just
okay
give
That's
them
a
to-
good idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll collect those.
Yep, sounds good.
Well, someone's going to have to climb the tree to get them.
What
All right,
kind of
Thorn
skill
will
is that?
climb us, Walker wants to go up there.
Well, I was going to, but Thorn hasn't really climbed anything yet, so if Thorn wants to go.
Oh,
Thorn is
tried to climb the
still
wall.
remembering only being able to get halfway up that wall.
All right,
I
Walker's
mean, you've
gonna
got
go.
climb speeds. You should be able to do it.
Is it
So-
athletics? I'm pretty good at athletics.
It is
So
athletics.
Which side is it?
Olo would like to volunteer to go up the tree.
All right, someone with higher athletics can go up there if you like.
Oh yeah, my athletics is like 1.
Oh, it's athletics, not acrobatics.
Mine is a 5.
No, athletics is climbing. Acrobatics is descending.
Jumping.
So who's going up?
Me!
All right. So Beatrix, I'll take you over to the tree over here. You scale and you're able to collect a couple of these nuts and drop them down, and you're able to do it sort of carefully enough that they aren't set off, and you can put a few more into your bag, and at that point.
Uh-oh.
What the hell is that?
Uh-oh.
You kill it
with
Death
fire.
Adder.
Coming around and sort of unwrapping at the top of one of these trees, you see a very large, colorful snake, and it streaks out. And let's see if it
They're on
surprises
shore, I
you.
believe.
Are we on shore? I guess
Well,
were
we were all kind of
You on shore because you were climbing a
scavenging, yeah.
tree to. So everybody else can be on shore, but so you're underneath the tree.
Ah!
This it is able to get surprise on you. So as you are holding the tree and putting these things into your bag,
Ouch.
That hits.
and you take 9 piercing damage.
Ouch. Ah, Winthrop!
And now you guys can roll some initiative as the surprise round is over.
Oh.
All
That
right.
hurts.
Oh.
So, I
Oh, boy.
don't. How do I manually change my initiative? Because I get my wisdom to initiative now.
Oh, I forgot to
Oh,
put myself in the
um,
bank. There we go.
There's a way to fix it.
How do I manually make my initiative?
Initiative. Well, you'd have to change your initiative modifier by your charisma modifier.
I
So the
would get it.
center column on the cog panel.
Oh yeah, I see it. So then I just put the plus there or the total there.
Well, you
Polo
put
has
the
the-
plus, so you put your charisma, or not charisma, your wisdom. No,
Yeah,
modifier
you
in there.
put it under initiative modifier, I believe.
Yeah, because it automatically factors in your dex.
Yeah, there it is.
So,
Yeah.
I guess I have to re-roll.
6 initiative. Wow, I've never had initiative that high in 5th edition.
Yay! Olo still has a weird fractional initiative.
Am I rerolling
It's
or?
tiebreaker.
Yeah, you can reroll.
Ah.
Okay.
He clicked the tiebreaker, so it does that. Yeah.
I got the same thing.
I got slightly better
Why did you get to roll again?
because he deleted our rolls.
Yeah,
Oh.
Thorn. So Thorn reroll too.
Me? Well, I rolled a 1. I should have to pay for that.
Well, you can pay for it then.
Well, yeah. Look, dude, GM is giving you a gift. Don't look it in the mouth.
Give me your credit card number if you want to pay for it.
Oh yeah, the unusual number, that's my tiebreaker, just in case, you know, somebody else gets a 13.
I see.
Like we have 2 6s and 2 9s.
Yeah, I clicked it on mine as well.
I think it sorts it by dexterity.
All right, so Winthrop, you are up first. You hear a
Doesn't
hissing
make sense.
sound and a shout from Beatrix as she has been bitten.
Oh dear, a hissy fit that isn't my wife. So I'm going to use Dread Ambusher.
Nice.
So my first attack is going to be 2 attacks.
Well, here's a question. What's the lighting like right now?
It's daytime, so the lighting, you're under the jungle canopy, so it's you know, not bright sunshine, but it's proper light, so it's not dark or anything like that.
It's
So that's
considered
the-
bright light, but we're in shadowy areas.
Yes,
That's the first
Cool.
attack. Does that hit?
that does not hit.
And then the second attack.
That does.
And it's
you-
just a D8. I don't actually get my bonus damages to it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, you're firing up into the canopy of a tree, and you know you struck something, but it doesn't seem like you got a clear shot in.
And yeah, that's it.
And with that, the Jakuli is going to head down the tree a little bit and take another bite at Beatrix.
Break out the king's foil.
But it manages to strike you, but your chain shirt keeps its teeth from getting through, and it does not manage to hit.
I'm gonna smash this thing so hard.
Olo.
I just, sluggishly walk towards this thing, and
It's up the tree, so.
Oh, it's up the tree. How far away? Like 10, 20?
It's about 25 feet up.
Yeah, no amount of kung fu is letting me fly that up. What the hell? Let's try something adventurous. I'm gonna try and climb the tree. That's gonna be athletics?
Yep. Yeah, you are able to scale the tree quite easily. And with this, I mean, with your weight, the tree actually starts bending and bowing a little bit as well. So, for you, that actually feels a little bit natural in your drunken state. But you are able to make it up the tree, so you can make an attack if you wish.
So now we know how to defeat anything up a tree, is to get the 2 turtles to start climbing it.
And the turtles.
I do have one question about the tree. How bendy is it right now? Is it like 90 degrees?
No, right now it's probably 20 degrees.
Because I had a really funny idea, but can't really pull it off. Anyways,
What, you
Yeah,
want
no,
to
no,
send the
no,
Jakuli and Beatrix catapulting off into the jungle?
yes.
Well, why me?
Oh.
I thought we were friends.
Alcohol is my friend.
Ugh. If I live, Winthrop will give you lots of alcohol.
Well, I mean...
I'm gonna drink you dry, that's for sure. I mean, you're gonna be bankrupt by the time I'm done. All right, so instead of an attack, I'm gonna grapple. Can I do that?
Yeah, you sure can.
And so, sorry, that's a strength check. Sorry, is that correct?
Yes.
Well, it's an athletics, which means you get an extra 2 on it.
Yeah.
Still fails.
Totally failed. Yeah, so you're easily able to scamper up this tree. It bends a little bit. The snake is circling around and half stuck to Beatrix, and you're able to wrap your arms around it and pin its head up against your chest.
That's one fast turtle.
Baka.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon on this thing. There. That looks stupid, but whatever.
I think I'll call my next song Tree Full of Reptiles.
So yeah,
that
I'm
is-
assuming
that is a
that'll
hit.
hit. That's max
Absolutely.
damage.
Yeah, you absolutely clip the snake, and even though its head is, you know, sort of bendy, you can hear a cracking sound, and you know, it looks very much worse for wear, and you can start to see this green ooze start coming from its mouth.
Oh
Cool.
crap, does that mean I'm poisoned? Shit, I'm poisoned, ain't I?
No, it looks more like blood.
It also has to toll the dead. Wisdom save. Or else it takes 6 damage.
And wouldn't Mowgli be in the boat? Because didn't Mowgli mean like frog person? Or frog?
Well, I still done 11 damage on my turn.
You certainly did.
I will move back to here. Okay, the grid is really weird on this. Cool, that is my turn.
All right, Beatrix.
Alright, I am going to do Unwavering Mark on this creature. Oh, I need to hit it first, and then I'll do Unwavering Mark.
All right, and it is currently grappled. And it looks very much the worse for wear. You manage to swing true and you know, deftly bypassing all of Olo's appendages that are wrapped around it. You cleave right through its head and into the tree itself, sending a small shower of nuts down, but alongside that is also a large blue snake head.
I will make it a trophy. Can you taxidermy stuff, honey?
Well, if he doesn't know how, I'm pretty sure he'll try.
Yeah, he will.
Bring-
He just
bring it
has
back
to
to
go
the
to the
museum.
bathroom real quick.
And yes, Eku says, you know, these are not poisonous creatures. It is quite edible, and you know, once cooked, it's pretty tasty.
Oh, we're gonna eat great
All
tonight.
right, roast snake.
Woohoo! Snake casserole.
I mean,
Nom,
they
nom, nom.
probably rot
Snake
before we get
tacos.
it back to the city to stuff.
We're eating it.
Okay, here's a question. Are we roasting it or are we going to stew it?
It's gonna be a snake on a stick.
Isn't it big enough we can kind of do both?
Yeah, is it better to roast snake or to put it into a stew?
I personally think roasting will be better, but I mean, it's like I said, it's probably big enough. We can probably try both and see which tastes better.
I've
Yeah,
never
or
actually
does
been to
Iku...
Louisiana, so I don't know.
I
That is
vaguely had some snake before, but it was in a can and not that great. But where's Brendan when you need him?
I've had snake in Hong Kong, but it was, you know, stir fried basically, but skinned live at your table.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was kinda
he's
gruesome.
right. I mean, I don't know about traditionally snake is eaten. Well, the one I ate in Kenya was barbecued.
Did they do the snake heart thing, or is that just cobras in Thailand?
I didn't see that part. I just ate the snake.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
snake
didn't
jerky.
see that. I didn't see that either.
Yes. Just try it
Apparently,
out
you're
as
supposed to eat them
jerky.
raw like an oyster.
You won't
Ew.
tell me not to drink the water, but you want me to eat a snake heart raw. There are some mixed messages here.
Apparently, it's like a very angry oyster
Well,
because it's
oysters-
still beating when it goes down.
Oh,
Ew! No!
that's like remember when you would eat the baby chicks in Fable? That's like that.
Crunch, crunch.
All right, so this is what is going to be the campsite that I'll set up, just a sort of a generic placeholder for you guys every night, so you can figure out who's in which tent and set up a watch order.
Can our grung guide teach me like how to make like nests in the trees so I can like sleep in the trees? I'm not gonna be doing it every night. I just want to know if that's like an option.
That is that's a good question. Can we, like, anybody with like survival, can we learn to do their tree houses?
He tells you that really it's a mixture of, sort of grung saliva and other bodily fluids that they use to make this thing. So it's not really something he can teach you.
Thank you for telling us today and not when we were sleeping in it.
Well, it was comfortable.
It was.
I don't care that I slept in something like that. It just sucks that I can't make it because that'd be cool having like sniper in the trees all night.
You're in the jungle. How clean do you think this place is?
I mean,
I've literally seen her lick between her toes. Like,
I have done that. Yes. I have fully embraced the tenets of my god.
And also, during the night, Wadumu, sees you guys taking watch and just says, "Wadumu, see in the dark. You here, take these," and he hands you guys a pair of goggles, which are goggles of night. So that actually gives somebody else night vision as well.
Either Olo or Beatrix. Wait, no, Beatrix has one already, doesn't she?
Yeah, I have one already.
So
I mean,
Olo.
I will take it and trade it with another character of mine, but...
No. Olo's the only one in the group who doesn't have dark vision right now.
yeah, give it to Olo.
I kind of feel bad because Olo's gotten both magic items in a row, but yeah, he is the only character without dark vision, and that's the...
That's why I kind of want that shield guardian.
If I took them, my dark vision would go out. They're 60 feet, right?
They add to your dark vision, but if you already have dark vision, it's better to give it to someone who doesn't.
Oh yeah, that's the idea.
Okay, so watch order.
You have a magic staff.
+1 quarterstaff, yeah.
You want to just roll initiative to see who goes on watches? Or do
That sounds
people
like a
care?
better idea.
Oh, Winthrop and I will be on a watch together.
So who's on first watch, who's on second,
How
and who's on
romantic.
third?
Hollis will take second watch.
I don't have any elves.
What's
What's the
Baka will
darkest?
go with first.
The
I'll go
darkest...
second. I'll go
Up to-
second with Hollis.
I'll take third.
I guess Winthrop and I are third as well? Or...
I'll take the last.
Yeah, we have an odd number of people, I think.
Wait, how
Yeah,
many?
so you can
is there 3 or
rotate. You can rotate out, for whoever takes whichever watches. But
Is there 3 or 4 shifts?
3.
3.
Okay. Well, who's taking first shift with
Yeah, who's with me?
I'll
Okay.
I'll take first shift.
Okay, and then Winthrop and I will take third?
That means I'm on second.
But who's
Well,
on first?
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
I am so confused now.
Me too.
Okay, who's on first?
So right now, for first watch, I have Baka
Yes.
and Hollis. I have Thorn for second watch, along with...
I don't know that anyone else.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just don't
I
think
can
the
go
backs
with
should be
Thorn.
lumped together in the same shift.
The backseat bicker. Keep everyone up.
Yeah, and so we have Winthrop and Beatrix as the third watch.
Early to bed, early to rise, my grandmother used to tell me.
So I guess Thorn and Olo on second watch, and then just stick me wherever you feel I would do the most good.
Okay, so Walker Bow can switch around as the days go. I will
Okay.
make that a little random.
Loading watch.
Yeah, that actually works because then, well, like, I'm sure we all switch up because everyone needs a good 8 hours every so often, right? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly flexible. This is just a way of easing the daily work, and they want you to track your water usage and your food, and so that way, by doing a survival check every day, because you guys have the barrel and you guys have Baka who's going to be providing you with water, that's something I'm just going to sort of write off.
Yeah,
unless
as
something
long as I
serious
have
happens.
one free spell slot at the end of every day, you're getting water, at least 10 gallons.
Yeah. And it's, we'll roll for weather every day, and it's highly unlikely that there are days without rain. They do happen, but it's uncommon. There's always at least a soft rain in the jungle.
And
Shelter's
then we
not a dry
use the
place.
water catchers or the rain catchers to get our water plus Baka.
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically it's do we have enough water? No? Okay, I'm using a spell slot.
And you guys also have 30 days of rations, and you have insect repellent, and you have incense blocks which you can use as insect repellent at night. You can burn them if you wish.
Oh,
And
nice.
You have enough for 30 days supply of that as well. So that's something that, it helps you with the insects.
So we've got 30 days of preparedness. After that, we start getting into we need to start thinking how we're going to do this.
You always want to stretch out your supplies as you go, right? So you don't go off your rations as your first choice. You always try to forage. But if you can't forage enough, then you go off your
consume
rations.
your perishables, then you consume your dried and preserved goods.
We'll be eating a lot of shit on shingle. Mm-hmm.
Well, we got enough. We got more than enough people with survival to feed everybody.
All right, so somebody roll me a d20.
I'll do it, I guess.
Too late.
I've already preempted you.
So that's
no,
2
Nick
6s.
beat me. Never mind.
All right, so yeah, you guys have, a fairly quiet night. Eku, tells you more stories, and, on this night she tells you a little bit more. She tells you one of the fables of the land. She tells you that, in the early days of the world, man stood by the banks of a river frightened. Crocodile raised his head from the water and asked, "What troubles you, cousin man?" Man said, "I must cross this river, but I fear to enter the water alone because it teems with your brethren." Crocodile replied, "It's true, you would not be safe.
I like the mouse better than
But I will carry you across the river safely on my back, if you promise to return the favor." Man agreed, and Crocodile bore him safely across the water. When they reached the far bank, Man asked, "How can I repay you?" Crocodile replied, "I wish to see the realm of humans, but I fear to go there alone because it teems with your brethren. You must carry me on your back across your realm." Man had been tricked, but a promise is a promise, so he carried Crocodile safely on his back across the entire realm of humans, a journey that lasted many years. He also swore in his anger that never again would Man and Crocodile be friends, and so it has remained to this day.
So what does the crocodile try and do again? Eat people all the time?
They're crocodiles. That's all they do.
No, in the story. It wanted to see the
Crocodile
realms
wanted
of
to
men.
travel the lands of man, and so the guy, in return for getting across the crocodile waters, had to carry the damn thing the entire time. It was annoying, and as such, we're no longer friends.
Basically, it's as my old grandmother says, if you give a mouse a cookie, he'll ask for a glass of water.
I'm not sure that analogy necessarily goes anywhere.
No, we asked him for something small, and then he asked for something big. It's not quite there, but, I mean, you could work on it. You're a writer.
Wouldn't it be better for it to be milk? I mean, cookies go with milk.
Anyway, your night passes. You guys have, a good night's rest. You wake up. You eat fruits and vegetables and a small mouse that had been bugging Thorn all night, and he finally caught and turned into a quick snack, as well as
Oh, dude, no, he helped
beautiful
you.
morning snake.
Oh, that poor mouse.
I make sure to
He wouldn't let you out of a net.
to feed Mau Mau. Let her out to go to the washroom every now and then.
And you let her out, and she quickly runs into the bushes and immediately runs back to you. And you get the sense she's far more comfortable in your satchel than anywhere else. But she does let you feed her after a while.
Walker just keeps glaring at Hollis.
What? It's a cute kitty.
Thorn
You
just
shouldn't have
tries
brought
to
it.
lick the mouse
We
blood
should
off.
have. We get in good with the
Awesome.
Emerald Enclave. They're very important,
It's a little spy.
No, it isn't.
So-
It's a kitty.
So it's now morning.
It is now morning, and at this point, you guys have, tied up your canoes. Wadamu is going to begin to take you off the river and slightly inland. Eku and Wanderlust stay with the supplies, as well as the Daves.
Are we due for a break?
Yeah, let's take a
And
5-minute
Musters.
break, and then we will all meet back up, and you guys can start your adventuring day.
Yay.
All right. Be right back.
I had 7 other people. Most of them are. Said something about a trackpad. One time I tried using a trackpad. Horrible pain in my. Sorry, not a trackpad, a trackball. Oh, but you said trackpad.
Trackballs are okay if you have like a desk that has like absolutely no space on it for a mouse. For gaming, they're kind of useless, but I know some people who
But depending on
do
how I
use
have
them.
my thing set up, it.
So how has everyone been?
Sick.
Aside from that,
Aside from that, good.
good.
I've been trying to find a new hobby to keep myself busy. I've been learning how to play the guitar and, learn some sign language just to keep myself up.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
I've been slammed at work and just in general. I'm running 3 games this weekend. So I've been trying to prep for all of them, and my old manager has been in the hospital with like pneumonia, so I've been doing her duties as well as my duties. Work. So I'm just like,
So you're pretty much getting slammed left and right and front and back.
Oh yeah. Especially this I'm super excited for running all these games, but I'm super dreading it too because it's like 2 of the games are in one day. So Saturday I run one in the morning, and then I have to go travel 2 hours to another city, run another one in the evening, and then come 2 hours back to run one Sunday morning. And then there's been some like major drama going on with like the Saturday night group, so I'm just like, I don't want to deal with the fallout of that.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. We're meeting up this Sunday.
Giants barking. I have the maps, I have the minis, I have the mod.
I have to remember to increase Angus to level 5.
Ooh, I need to grab my GM screen for that.
That's when characters start getting really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to show you guys my miniature 3D printed. I didn't really start painting her, but I got most of the support structures off her. Basically cocoon that's holding her in place. So I took it off her. I just want to show you guys her.
Is
She looks
this
amazing.
Serena?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I have to level up Sasta just in case she makes an appearance, or probably not. I don't personally like playing characters in the games that I run. But I also bought the Vox Machina dice. I'm gonna bring those in to show off a wee bit too. They're so pretty.
I so want to see them.
Was that the D20 set or just the standard set?
Just the D20 set, unfortunately. I haven't seen them come out with like a standard set.
They did a while back. I believe they were all black, and the D20 in that one just had the Critical Role logo for the 20 side.
Okay, no, I just honestly I joined this like Dice Maniacs. I have like 60 sets of dice. So I joined a couple of groups on Facebook, and one of them was like, "Oh, look at these," and I was like, "Done, bought." Before I even started watching the show, and then I realized, oh, this is that show that everyone's going on about. I should really start checking it out. And now I'm watching it. Although I am on a bit of a hiatus with it, just because my boyfriend and I've been catching up on some of our shows. Like we just finished The Punisher last night, and we need to catch up on Kim's Convenience and Young Sheldon and like something else. So once we're all caught up on that, then I'll get back into my Critical Role.
Young Sheldon was surprisingly good.
I know, right?
It's funny and like deep topic. Oh, look, well, deepish.
Yeah.
I mean, is it hilarious? I mean, honestly, is it worth watching? Because I stopped watching Big Bang Theory after season 4. It just became a very miniature version of Friends.
It was like what my grandma imagined I did. But no, it's way better. It's actually funny. It doesn't have a laugh track, and it stands on its own comedy.
That's surprising to hear.
The only downside is every now and then old Sheldon narrates.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a flashback. I mean, you kind of need old Sheldon to tell you how the plot is going to go from A to B.
Yeah, and it works for a sitcom. I quite liked it. The actors are all good. I don't know, it's good.
Wait, do they do the voiceover work like a la, the Wonder Years?
A little bit, but it's more Sheldon bitching.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That means I should watch it.
And it's not, I don't think it's, because the Wonder Years was fairly often that he did it, wasn't it? It's been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah, it was every episode.
No, I mean, did he do it multiple times an episode? Like, all of the time?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he was
Sheldon's
the way that they broke the fourth wall. Is like, something would happen. They would pause it. They go, and then he'd state his reaction like, "That's not how it's supposed to be. Like, this is what usually happens." And then they'd go, and the kid would continue on screwing up whatever was going on.
Or one of those, where I don't know, some television series, a movie. Right at the beginning, you see the protagonist stuck in some messy situation, and this whole scene freezes, and the narrator goes, "You're probably wondering how I got into this situation."
I don't think it's done. I don't remember that happening.
No, and it's pretty minimal. It's like once or twice an episode. Or
it's like, there's nothing else happening, and then Sheldon comes in to give is like, "Oh, this is why I was doing it, and this is kind of how I'm feeling," kind of thing. There's no pausing, there's no rewinding. There's like, "Oh no, wait a second." He's like, "Yeah, this is why I did it, and this is the realization I came to after it happened."
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I think we're still technically broadcasting sound, so they just got a free friggin'.
Yeah, you guys, we're still broadcasting sound.
Whoops.
Oh, that's fine. They got a free for the Young Sheldon.
Oopsie doodle.
Did I do that?
Send your advertising checks too.
To be clear, we were not paid for that.
Send advertising revenue to Stephanie. Complaints to Ian.
They will immediately be filed in the round filing cabinet.
Any kinds of alcohol, please send it to Olo.
Speaking of alcohol, I figured a cider won't kill me even though I'm sick. And yesterday, before I knew I was going to be this sick, I picked up something called Heritage Estates Dragon's Gold Cider.
And it's great. It's a dry cider that isn't too dry.
Good.
Really? I'm gonna have to check it out. Eda and I are doing No Drink November, and we've been super successful with that.
Nice.
It's brewed out of berry.
Really?
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, no,
I
my
like
mom.
dry
my-
ciders.
I,
I can't
ironically
stand
enough,
sweet
my
ciders.
mother turns me onto it. And
I'm
like,
gonna have
oh,
to give
cool.
you a hard pass on that one there, bud.
What, berry cider?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was berry cider. I thought it was just cider, but
To
well,
the
we'll find out.
Americans watching this channel, Barrie is a town in Ontario, Canada, an hour north of Toronto, and where a bunch of our players are from.
Oh, I
Well,
thought
it's
it
like
was
the
capital of
biggest
Canada.
city
Berries, not
nearest
in
to
Barrie.
where at least Ian and I grew up.
And also, it was a Letterkenny joke, so watch Letterkenny this year on Crave TV.
I thought that was a Letterkenny thing. I was like, oh my god, don't tell me he did. And I was like, yeah, you actually did.
Yep, there it is. Produced by Heritage Estate Winery and Cider Incorporated, Barrie, Ontario.
I think we're all back now, right?
I actually found I bought myself some Bacardi coolers for New Year's. And I actually found, Bacardi breezers, and I found them. And my boyfriend got such a laugh out of me because I decided I wanted to be fancy the other night and drink my little fruity drink in a wine glass. So he just starts laughing at me, and I'm just like, look, if I'm a grown-ass adult, if I want to have my fruity drink in a fancy wine glass, I'm going to have it, damn it.
Steph
Damn
does it
right.
all the time.
It's called a wine cooler.
Yes.
Yeah. And I turned to him and was like, we never use these damn things. Neither
It's
one of us
called a
actually
wine
drink wine.
tasting, and it's classy.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, he just couldn't stop laughing at me for a good 5 minutes. I was like, you keep this up, I'm going to dump this over your head.
It's a waste.
Yeah, good booze going to waste.
Well, that's also not true, but
Is
yeah,
everybody back?
I'm gonna keep this PG. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking.
yeah, I think everyone's back.
Everyone's back.
Yes.
2 more seconds for me. My tea kettle just popped. 1 sec.
No worries. I had to let the dog out anyway.
I has a kitty. He's on my mouse.
Well, at least we have an answer to that question now.
What?
The question of who let the dogs out.
It was Patrick all along.
I only let one dog out. The others got out on their own.
Oh, so the mystery continues then.
Indeed.
What is this? I guess this is just a big vine growing up to the rock.
Yeah, you got like
Backdrop.
vines and shit everywhere in the jungle, so I'm assuming there's gonna be a couple of those across our path. We'll have to like jump over or something.
Yeah, or it could be strung across, maybe it's 10 or 15 feet above the ground.
Yeah, I just realized I am totally a city cat because I have absolutely nothing to help me live in the jungle. I have no.
What?
As the young feline searches for food in the jungle, it realizes that it's out of its element.
Well,
I have no survival. If it wasn't for my intelligence mod, I would have nothing in nature.
my backstory has me as a hermit who hangs out in the forest all the time, but my survival is also 0. So, oh well.
Yeah.
You're one of those ornamental hermits that, rich people buy.
I was raised by my uncle who is a cleric of the cat god.
See, I always pictured Thorn as the kind of hermit that still had food delivered.
Yeah. Kind of a soft hermit.
Oh, so
Wee.
so Thorn and Ola might have met in the jungle sometime in the past. We're both hermits.
You can't be hermits together.
Well,
It defeats
Thorn was
the
from a
purpose of
different
being
forest.
a hermit. Unless
Thorn-
you're both like Shrek and you're like got rival swamps.
Yeah, Thorn was a hermit like 20 feet into the forest.
I'm running away, Mom.
I can still see you. I'm still running away, Mom.
Oh, that's like the Unabomber. Was he did live out in the woods, but he was like really super close to civilization. He used to visit like his mother weekly, and she would give him food.
Great, I'm not uncomfortable with that analogy at all.
You guys are like the Unabomber. Steph said it.
Okay.
On that note,
With that, you guys head off hiking into the jungle as Wadumu leads you towards his village. And the jungle is dense with trees and vines. I mean, the ground is level, but thick roots threaten to trip every other step in patches of wet, sucking mud, almost pulls the boots off you.
I'll be right behind Wadamu with my 2 short swords doing the whole machete chopping our path.
All right. And you actually find the air of the jungle is just so hot and humid, and your clothes are all, sort of stuck to you, and the canopy that you're under, the light streaks through it almost like spotlights. And, you can hear just birds calling, and there's this, smell of fresh greenery as you're hacking through it.
Patrick, God rays are really hard on my rig, so if we could turn down that feature, maybe put shadows to medium. No?
Shadows.
I got that.
I did not get that.
Video game graphics.
Ah, okay. Right past my head.
We need a tuba sound for when my jokes fall flat.
Wah, 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 wah.
We'll work on that next week.
One of the magic items in the Xanthars does do that when it breaks.
Yep. Anyway, you guys have been walking for about 2 hours when the daylight fades and gray clouds swiftly fill the sky. Thunder rumbles in the distance and strong winds begin to shake the trees and plants around you. The sky opens and the rain pours like a waterfall. The ground beneath you nearly liquefies as you are caught in a flash flood. Roll me some initiative, guys.
Get to the ground!
Oh shit.
Oh, please let me be Dexy. Please let me be Dexy.
How did it know what we were going to roll before I rolled it? I had the 11.16 before I rolled it.
You're not in the tracker, though.
Oh, I rolled an initiative.
That's weird.
Click on you and then roll it. Well,
Yeah, you have to click your token first.
Well, now I forgot to click the token this time, but I'll have to have Patrick do it because I don't want to re-roll, because that was a crappy roll.
And you don't want to reroll a crappy roll?
No, because it's taking advantage of the situation.
What did you roll, Winthrop?
11.16.
You realize you can manually edit it?
I didn't even connect myself there.
Yeah, if you click on the number for your next to your name.
Uh-oh, DM got a nat 20.
I
DM
dutifully
got a nat
modified
20.
my
Oh, Jesus.
22
That,
to
yeah,
a
that
9
nat 20
my
was
first
for
roll.
Winthrop.
Wait, I thought we're not going with my 11?
We are going with your 11.
Oh, I'll take the natural 20.
Nice try.
Everybody in?
I believe so.
What, we're fighting the rain?
We're trying to stay on our feet.
Have you ever seen
Uh-oh, the DM's giggling. Uh-oh.
I was just, that's
Yeah.
not a happy sound when the DM giggles like that. That's like a maniacal death giggle.
Like
No, it
everything's
was-
been easy till now.
It was
Oh, it's the
laughing at the
natural
fact
20
that
you
you
just
guys are, in fact, fighting not necessarily the rain, but the mud as the ground is swept away beneath you guys. And so I need each of you, you've basically been swept off your feet and you are being washed away into the jungle. The mud is just flowing and you are in almost what feels like a ditch. So you can make a strength saving throw to try and grab onto something to keep you from being washed further away. So we can do that in
Acrobatics?
order. So no, this is strength.
Walker
so-
bow does not succeed.
To the trees!
But we can do this in turn order.
Oh!
So Hollis, you are actually able to grab onto a root, and that is going to allow you to stop. Unfortunately, Deep Walker Bow, with that roll, you are just being bumped around and bounced around, and you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. 7.
Winthrop, you suffer the same fate. You keep trying to get to your feet, but you keep getting knocked over and over, and you end up bouncing off a log, and you as well take 7 damage from that.
The picture is pretty much self-explanatory.
I can just see with that look on your face, too. Like, not impressed.
And Thorn, you don't manage to grab on. You get what looks like a solid vine, but it just snaps away in your hand. But you don't take any bludgeoning damage, but you keep getting swept down river. Beatrix, what did you get?
I rolled a 10.
10. You manage to stand up for just a second, and then a log basically takes your feet out from underneath you, and you are continued to be swept away as well.
Ah!
Olo basically just plants his feet. You shove your claws into the side, and you slow down to a crawl to a point where you are able to keep yourself safe and secured, so you'll be able to stand on your next turn.
Was Olo at the bottom of the hill?
Olo was not necessarily near the bottom, but because of his sort of weight and size, and with that strength roll, he was able to give himself something to cling on to. And Baka is the same with his 14 roll. You're able to slow yourself and grab onto some vines that stretch and stretch, but manage to hold.
Okay, everyone grab onto those two then, as we slide past. Oh, they bro-fisted and both let go!
So with that, for those that have stopped sliding, you're going to be able to stand and try and make your way out of this sort of muddy ditch. So that's something you guys can do on your turn. So you'll have your choice of doing an athletics or a survival check. And at this point, Wadumu has managed to hop and sort of swim across the top and makes it to the bottom of a tree. So he's holding on to a tree root. And he's trying to find some solid ground for the rest of you to reach out for. And for this second round, so we're back to Hollis. So Hollis, give me a strength check.
Or survival.
Oh yes, sorry,
I thought he made his
survival or athletics, because you made it.
Yeah, so that's the better roll. So 12?
12, you are just able to make it through this mud and up this ditch, and you can make it next to Wadumu. So you are safe, but it was you could feel your feet ready to slip out from underneath you again at any time.
All right, I start digging into my pack for some rope.
Okay, Deep Walker Bow, give me a strength check, please.
Yes!
Nice.
You are able to, at this
Yay!
point, manage to grasp a tree that has collapsed and sort of fallen across, and so you shear off some leaves, but it's enough to slow you down, and your claws dig into solid wood.
Anyone
So-
looking at her, you can kind of see, even though her fur is plastered in mud, you can see it trying to bristle. He is not
Aw.
happy.
All right, so you are stopped. So Winthrop,
Sounds
Okay.
like it's time for a bath.
you are unable to make it to your feet. You just keep spinning and sliding, and you're actually getting mud up your nose and in your mouth at this point. And
Here's mud in your eye.
you take another 8 bludgeoning damage as you are again swept down this river of mud.
Oh god, this could actually kill us.
But yeah, it's
So,
suffocating.
about the taking meat grinder.
Did that
Thorn.
put you under?
No, not yet. I have 10 hit points left.
There's mine.
So
11.
that is not enough. You manage to try and grab onto the same tree that Walker Bow is stuck in, but you just shear the leaves off it and are continuing to shoot down this mud bath.
No way I can help him or anybody else as they pass me, right?
Not until you're able to stand. So the only
Figured.
people that are going to be able to help are going to be basically Hollis on the next round, and then Olo and Baka once they stand up. If they don't, if they can make it out. Beatrix.
Alrighty. You said athletics? Or no?
Your choice. You can do athletics or you can do survival.
Athletics.
Yeah, you are easily able to stand up, and you're smart enough to, shuffle your feet so the mud doesn't suck any of your footwear off.
I will announce this to the rest of the crew. Shuffle! Shuffle! Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle! Do the truffle shuffle!
Olo.
Where's my husband?
Down there somewhere.
Your husband is quite a ways away from you at this point, being swept away. You think you recognize his feet as he is tumbling, ass over tea kettle down this mudslide.
Remember
I
the
have a rope.
scene in Dante's Inferno?
I have a rope and a pole. Can I use the pole to help fish him out, or...?
On your next turn, because you had to use this turn to stand up and basically get safe yourself.
Okay. I got a pole.
Where on the map is a closest higher ground to me?
Basically, you're in a ditch. So at this point, you can stand up, and the higher ground is only about 10 or 15 feet away from you, where Hollis and Wadumu and Beatrix currently are.
Okay, so that's the higher ground. I thought Hollis and Walkerbow and Beatrix were in trouble. So okay, they're okay, fine for now. Where is
Walkerbow is in trouble.
How am I?
Well, no, I mean she's managed to stop herself. Winthrop is in the most trouble.
I was just gonna say, I'm just like I'm not falling to my death like Winthrop is right now.
I'm not falling to my death. I'm drowning in mud.
That's sorry. Drowning.
Where's Winthrop? Can I reach him? Is he anywhere near me, or is he going in the opposite direction?
Oh yeah, how far down am I? I'll move my token.
Okay, we'll set it up from north to south. So I will set Wadumu there is safe. Thorn is down there. He just went past Walkerbow. Hollis is now safe. Winthrop, I'm going to say you're down here. And Baka and Olo, you guys were able to stop yourselves there. Beatrix, you are safe there as well. So Olo, at this point you've stopped yourself, but you can give me a survival check or an athletics check to try and walk across the flooded mud in this ditch to make it to high ground to get safe.
Okay, my survival is higher, so I'm crossing fingers this does not fail me.
Whoops.
I'll just take your first roll, which is more than enough to get you across and over to higher ground, so you have made it out of the mud ditch safely.
I seriously need a better mouse than this. Okay.
Black Friday sales.
And Baka, you are up.
All right, so I guess I'll do survival because I'm high on that. Wow, that sucked.
Okay, so roll me a 1d4, please.
Okay.
Nice knowing
With
you,
this,
Baka.
you do manage to make it across, and you pull yourself out of the mud. But as you come up out of the mud, you found that you have lost. Well, technically, it's a shoe, a boot, or other non-magical footwear that you're wearing. So I'm not even sure if you're wearing footwear.
My only clothing is
toes,
a
your toenails.
kilt.
Yeah, so you.
Oh no.
Your feet are just really
Oh.
badly skinned as you went across a rock. But other than that, you come out unharmed.
So no
Can
kill.
I take a
and
bonus
have
action?
you ever seen a snapping turtle's tongue?
The only action you can take on this this turn is to get out of the mud, unfortunately.
I can't throw a bonus action out,
It says not to.
but I was
Not
going
even
to
a
healing
heal?
word.
Next turn.
Yeah, do it next.
Yep, no, it says it takes your entire turn to do this.
Okay. Cool.
You also have mud in your face, and it's like blocking your ability to shout.
You big disgrace.
Touche.
Actually, what I'll say is, if you choose to stand still or not to try and leave the mud, you can take your turn to assist somebody then. So we can retcon that if you wanted to stay in the water, you'd be able to try and assist that way.
No, I'll get to safety first.
Always put
You
on
your own mask on,
yes.
then you put on the other ones.
Oh, great. We have an OSHA turtle.
And with that, we are back at the top of the round to Hollis.
All right, Hollis is going to grab the 50 feet of silicon rope that we have and send it this way toward Rob and tie it off onto a root.
Okay, so give me a ranged attack, please.
That's a good question. As soon as I can find my character sheet, because I split it into a window. Ranged attack. I guess that would be the same as just an attack for me.
or whatever you would do for your crossbow bolts.
I don't have a crossbow, but it's the same. It's the same bonus.
Yeah, it stacks.
All right, with that, yeah, you are more than able to get the rope basically right on top of Winthrop. So Winthrop, on your next check, you are going to have advantage.
All right.
Yay!
Deep Walker Bow. At this point, you can basically stay still to try and assist Thorn, or you can try and climb out yourself. Which would you prefer to do?
So Thorn is still kind of slipping and sliding, or is he caught on something?
Thorn does
Thorn
not
is
look
still
happy
slipping.
by the prospect of being aided a second time by Deep Walker Bow, but
You can refuse her hand if she puts it out to you.
If Walker Bow can see a companion in trouble, then she is going to help them and deal with herself later. So
Okay, so
I'll help out Thorn.
Okay, that's going to give Thorn advantage as well. Okay, Winthrop, make your check with advantage.
I'll make the check, but for next time, because I completely forgot, I am in my favored terrain. Oh my!
Oh no!
Oh, nope. You get
favorite
as a
Oh.
bonus action an inspiration.
Oh, roll your inspiration die.
Give me a d6.
That might be enough.
That is not enough. You grab the rope, but your hands are still slicked with mud that you continue to slide, but you take no damage from it.
All right. It's like that scene in Lost World. But
With that-
it's a river instead of an SUV. Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Thorn, give me your check made with advantage.
Thorn, don't take me with you.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Just a strength saving throw, right?
Yep,
1, 2.
that is enough.
Yay!
You reluctantly take Walker Bow's paw, and
Indeed.
you grasp together, but she holds you steady, and you stop sliding and slipping through the mud.
I see the disgruntled look that Thorn is giving me, and I just give him a wink.
Beatrix, you see your husband sliding
No!
further and further out of view.
What can I do? What can I do? Can I? How can I help?
You can, try and throw another rope. You can try and race down and grab him. You can, whatever you would like to do at this point to try and assist him.
Oh, so what would I hook up the belt to the rope to myself and run down to try and grab him?
Yeah, sure. Give me
Athletics?
Again, if you want to try and do that again, you can give me athletics or survival to try and basically run back through the mud.
Oh, can anyone give me an assist?
I would, but I think I've used it up with Thorn.
I think
with that,
I'm beside you. I can assist you on this one.
Oh, Ola, assist me!
Okay, so with that, yeah, Olo you'll step out and slip into the mud, and Olo is going to launch you, which is going to basically give you the extra distance. So you're going to be able to give Winthrop something to grab onto as well to give him advantage one last time. Otherwise, he is really starting to slip away and is looking like it might be a lot of trouble.
I'm here, my dear. I'm here. Grab on.
Okay, so Olo, you assisted.
Yes.
Anything else you want to try and do?
I mean, I just, tossed Beatrix towards Winthrop. Do I have the rope in my hand, or is...
Hollis has the rope in his hand. I mean, you could try and grab onto it as well, but Hollis has got it tied down pretty firmly on his end.
Another 500 pounds to help you tie it down further.
All right, so Olo becomes an anchor. Baka.
Now, I don't want to kill myself, but what do two grown people covered in mud with the flow of a mud river weigh? It'd be a lot.
Well, I'm gonna send some. You know what? We'll upscale this. Some healing out to Winthrop. Ugh.
Oh, thank you, though.
Okay, actually, that's not too bad for the first one. Say you get an extra 7. I think that took out one of your rock hits.
Yeah, I took out the second hit.
And that's. I think I can do this.
You have healing for shame.
No, and then I'm also going to cast guidance on Olo. So if he has to make an athletics check to brace the tug on the rope, he gets an extra D4 on it.
Absolutely, yeah. You reach out and make your way through the mud covering Olo, and Olo, you just feel this warmth radiate from this touch.
Every time we touch.
Hollis.
Baka went all Hollywood.
I can give Winthrop another... Okay, so who needs to make a save to get out of here?
Only
Still.
Winthrop.
Okay. I can give Winthrop my last inspiration.
Oh, God.
And I'm just going to spend the rest of the turn just securing this rope down more. Just sort of in a blind panic.
Oh, is this going to be like that movie where the guy gets stuck under the log and everybody's all kind of calm about it, but then the tide comes in and he slowly drowns?
Exactly.
What sort of horrible movie is that? They save him at the end, right?
Oh, no.
Fantastic movie.
What movie is this?
What was that?
Some 70s movie about log driving.
All I know about log driving is that the log drivers waltz and dance merrily along the logs.
There's some CanCon for anybody watching in the U.S. Look up the Log Drivers Waltz on YouTube.
Yes.
All right, Deepwalker Bow.
Happy American Thanksgiving.
I now have that song stuck in my head now.
To get out of the mud now, give me an athletics or a survival check to see if you can cross the mud.
Isn't dexterity involved here at all?
No. Because you're basically powering through. It's not sort of swimming or dexterous. It's sheer bulldogging. So with that,
Wait, does the Thorn me helping him helping me? Does he help me? Is that advantage with him right there?
no, you had advantage to stop him. So you do manage to climb out, but again, roll me a D4 or sorry, a D6. Roll me a D6.
I'm not wearing any footwear.
Yeah, you can't lose your toes.
I may lose some fur on my toes.
As you climb out and shake yourself off, you realize you've lost your bedroll.
Whatever, I can sleep in the trees.
Yeah,
That's where the snakes sleep.
Don't care. Cat, tree.
Winthrop, you've got advantage from Beatrix, and you've got inspiration. So
Okay.
give me a strength check, please.
Strength check, right?
Strength
Not
saving
strength-
throw. Saving throw.
Okay. So I should have had +1 on all those, but that wouldn't have done anything.
If you don't make this one.
If you don't make this one, your
I have
character was never
inspiration.
meant to be.
That was a D4 for inspiration, right?
D6.
6.
Oh, and then do a D2.
No, just do a D6. Just do a D6.
Ah!
All right. With that, you reach out and you can feel Beatrix's hand, but it's your grip is slipping and sliding. But she is able to grab the rope and wrap it around your other wrist, and it manages to finally bring you to a halt. And then the combined group is able to drag you guys out of the mud. But Winthrop, roll me a D6, please.
Please don't die, dear husband.
You guys drag Winthrop up the side of the bank and over the top, and he flops down exhausted and starts patting himself down and realizes that magically he has lost nothing to the mud.
Oh,
All right,
that is
Thorn,
going to
give
be
me...
an exciting chapter in the book.
Want a D6
and-
from me?
Nope, you still need to walk your way through the muddy ditch, so give me a survival or an athletics check first.
Oh, good teamwork, everyone. Glad to see you can pull together in times of need.
Or you could have taken Beatrix with you. You wouldn't have to die alone.
That is so fucking morbid.
That's it.
Does
Well,
Thorn get
no,
an
he still
advantage
gets
from
at
the
least
fact that the
one
rope's there?
bottle.
I wasn't. I think I was separate from the rope.
Yeah,
no,
you were separate from the
I
rope.
had him.
So yeah, you managed to claw and scrape your way across, but roll me a d6 as well, please.
All right.
So yeah, as you are struggling through this mud, you actually become a little bit disoriented and manage to turn the wrong direction, taking
Oh, good. Good.
6 slashing damage from a branch that has sort of scratched you underwater, and you are still stuck in the mud at this point. You don't quite make it all the way out, so your teammates have to pull you out the rest of the way.
At least it wasn't
You guys
slashing
have-
damage from Walker Bow.
You guys have all made it onto the bank at this point.
No wonder so many people die in this jungle.
So basically, this is going to be us trying to get back to camp. If you guys saw that Japanese game show where they're climbing the wet stairs.
Oh,
the
my
slippery
god, we
stairs,
just
that's
watched
so
that
good.
last night.
Oh yeah, the stairs that is completely covered in lube.
So that's what Winthrop is like right now, but with mud.
And at this, Wadumu, shows you how to stand a little bit under the tree so you guys get showered and get the mud cleared off. And he manages to, lead you guys into a little bit of shelter as the rains keep coming down. And, seeing that you guys are just sort of miserable and upset at this point, starts to tell you a story.
Tell me a story,
Walker
and I'm
Bow
just gonna
lights up.
snuggle.
Oh, at this point, is the little village all that important?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes,
Somehow
honey.
Hollis's hair just looks fantastic.
Walker Bow is just so fed up with this, she just lights up and just starts smoking while he tells the story. She's like, nope.
Oh, you're smoking that stuff now? You're not just sniffing it?
It's catnip, dear viewers. It's catnip.
Yes.
Are you going to be injecting it soon?
Do you need a spoon?
Walker
have
Bow
one or
injected
two.
3
I have-
catnips
I have a
and
spoon
died.
and a lighter.
Are you going to be injecting it directly into your
Jesus.
eyeballs now?
Don't do that, kids.
No.
And-
Actually, with catnip. Do it with other things.
Wadumu tells you, once upon a time there was a happy Grung village. So happy. One day, Head Grung
Was it at the
had
bottom
dreamed
of a muddy slope?
Winthrop.
Yeah, I jab him in the ribs.
No, it was happy village. It was hidden, keep man and snake away, but one day Head Grung had dream of Snake Lady. Dream said to follow the snake people. We no like snake people, but we have to follow. Then Head Grung do bad things, not like Head Grung. And so now I no know what I do. Instead of follow, I kicked out. Oh, this stupid story. I rest. I go rest. You rest too.
Aw, Wadmoo.
Oh, out of character, I'm
Wadmoo.
sad. I feel bad, but in character, I don't feel bad.
I actually approach him, and is he like kneeling or sitting, or what is he doing?
He's sitting kind of cross-legged.
Okay, I kind of come over and I crouch down beside him and just say, "I would like to hear your story, Wadamu? Am I pronouncing that right?
Wadumu.
Wadumu, sorry. I would like to hear your story, Wadumu."
Story no end. I want you to help end story. Make good story. We go to village.
We'll end it now. I am just angry enough.
Well, with that, Wadumu hops up and says, "Angry good. Let's go clear out village. Remove snake people."
Let's get them!
Yeah!
Hollis just looks at his guitar.
Walker's starting to feel the effects of the nip, so she's just like, "Yeah, man. Let's
Fight
do
the
this."
power, man!
All right, and with that, the rains ease up a little bit, and Wadumu leads you, through the jungle. It's a little more uneventful, and eventually, you guys come to what appears to be a wooden path. And at this point, you can see hidden in this part of the jungle inside the canopy is a not, insignificant village, but it is something that unless you really knew what you were looking for, you would easily pass it by. And Wadumu explains a little bit about it as he's leading you guys to it, and lets you know that the village is hidden. Humans and snake people no want visitors. And remember, and he looks directly at sort of Walker Bow and a few others. No touch, no steal.
Walker Bow's a little offended, but she understands.
Any unattended, small statues? They're small size, so their statue should be easily returnable to the museum.
Appropriate hugging.
No touchy, no steal.
And Hollis just kind of looks up at Winthrop and is like, "No, man, that's not cool."
And
non-ornaments.
He will let you know, not all Grung evil. Wadumu not evil. Wadumu good. That's why Wadumu kicked out. Grudge Guilds work for snake people now. Leader Kerkirika may dream about Snake Queen. Now whole tribe worships snake people or punished. And at that, he sort of, pulls down the strap from his leather satchel, and you can see that he's got a really deep scar running down his body that's been, covered. And then he instructs you to sort of wait and watch. And
Walker Bow kind of growls when she sees the scar. She's not happy about that either.
And so you guys can see as you're peering around that there's a gate that's been constructed, and it opens up into a circular area, and the walls of this village seem to be lined in 2 rows of hovels. There are outer huts that look more like homes, and then the inner circle looks more like a shared common area space. And you can see that some of these larger huts in the middle or and even some of the smaller ones appear to be newer. And from your vantage point, you can watch as Wadumu starts down the path to the village, and no more than 60 feet from you, arrows strike, landing in front of his feet. You see he throws his arms in the air and says something in a strange language. It just sounds like croaking and clicking to you. And he holds his satchel up to show the emblem to whomever's hidden eyes he knows are there, and slowly removes a clear vial from the satchel and speaks again to those in the jungle. A moment later, 6 indigenous humans step out of the thicket, led by a larger human male, wearing a loincloth and feathers tied to small bones in his dreadlocked hair.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but as soon as I hear Wadamu speaking that other language, can I cast comprehend languages on myself?
Yes.
Okay,
And
so
the
I do that.
natives.
I do that so I can understand what they're saying.
All right. So yeah, you see that they're discussing, and you hear Wadumu saying he's brought people here to fight the snake people and get rid of the poison and to free the village. And at this point, you can see Wadumu looks back and points at your group, and the natives guarding, their leader, and sort of surround and look around, and you can see he nods and then turns and heads down the path towards the village. And Wadumu runs back and conspiratorially sort of whispers to you and says, "Okay, we go to village. Free humans and slice snake people. No more drug. It's okay now." And
Just
you guys
say no to drugs, man.
Just say no.
If anyone actually looks at Walker Bow when they say this, she just kind of snorts and walks away.
Snorts what?
Ha ha! She snorts in amusement at whoever is looking at her as they say that, and she walks away.
Amusement, is that what you kids are calling it these days?
That's in character, that deep sigh of resignation.
It's also
Alright.
in real life.
So you guys are led down the path and through a gate made of spikes, and protected within the walls are dozens of villagers hard at work. It is clear they're slaves in service to the Yuan Ti, and they go about their lives maintaining the village and hunting and gathering what they need to satisfy their masters, as well as seemingly taking care of themselves. You're led by the leader through the main village, and he's speaking, directly to Wadumu. And Walker, you understand that, he's explaining, all about the history and the buildings and, how things work and what people are doing. But, it's clear he's assuming that Wadumu is translating for him, and Wadumu is not repeating any of this. He's talking to you and, basically explaining a plan and telling you that he told the leader they were here to free them from the snake people, and that you guys should wait until evening and then sneak into the village proper and go after the main tent.
So I'm not going to say anything in front of Wadamu. I'm going to wait until we're away from him, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, that didn't jive up with what was actually happening.
Yeah, well, the leader was, acting like a tour guide, and Wadumu was coming up with a plan instead of translating. But yeah, clearly
Okay.
the leader thought that Wadumu was translating his important tour guiding to you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We'll
Okay.
catch the
I'm
tour
still,
later.
yeah, I'm still going to translate once we're away, because I don't see the point in doing it right now because there's nothing really useful to say. Like, yeah, tour
No,
guide
but-
stuff, woot.
But yeah, you learn that it's the large central hut here where the poison is made, and that it will be tonight when the next ceremony will be held.
Oh.
And I say,
Sacrifice!
Wadumu, do the snake people show up in person, or do they use their representatives?
He says, priestess, look human, but still snake.
Good enough.
So, I say we ambush them. If they come into the village, we wait on either side of the path and jump out at them and... Well, Bob's your uncle.
I'd rather do it in the hut because I don't know what kind of support they've brought. And I'd rather limit that to the door.
Snake person, stay in hut all time. Already there, but need to wait till night to protect from the rest of the tribe.
What's the hut made of?
Huts are made of bamboo, and they have kind of a thatched roof.
Oh, but they're probably damp because it's always raining.
They are very, very damp.
I was just thinking that too. Burn it!
I was thinking maybe we can Kool-Aid man our way through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We
Oh.
probably could. I could just take my shield and go, whoa, bum!
Well, we could have the turtles on two sides and Beatrix on a third. The whole thing would just come down.
We just have to waddle through. We don't even have to rush it.
Remember the good aliens in Fifth Element?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like how they waddled? It'd be like that.
All right, so I guess I'm confused why we can walk so close up to the hut that we're going to ambush.
I think the indigenous people want the Auntie dead. So they're kind of not telling them that we're here is how
What's it?
that's how I understood it.
Yeah, that's
as long
how
as
I
we're not
did
going to
too.
the center of the village where they'll see us, we're fine out here.
All right.
Yeah,
but
we're like in the woods almost. Like
And,
we're on
no
the
one's gonna
outskirts.
come
weren't a
and,
bunch
like,
of the
rat on
grungs
us.
being enslaved and harvested for poison? So it's not a.
That must be why there's only humans around.
All right.
It must have been a mixed village or something, I guess. Oh, you know how the natives can be so silly.
Hollis
Oh,
rolls his eyes and says, have the humans always been here with you?
No, humans came with Yuan Ti as servants. Grung used as servants too, but mostly killed for poison now. So humans needed to do the work Grungs used to do.
I see.
Okay, so the humans are to be freed as well, or they're to be put down?
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. Wadmu no care for humans if they can be saved. Fine. Wadmu only want to save Grung village.
These are technically invaders as well, so I get it, but if they're... Yeah, save them if we can, if not... Because like, we don't know what their feelings are.
Seems like they were brought here against their will. They're not the oppressors. As long as we can kind of get them to kind of get their stuff and go about their ways peacefully, then that's probably the best.
Yeah, it just all depends on their loyalty to the Yonti. Because, you know, Stockholm's, right?
Well, that loyalty is going to be tested when we tear her fucking head off. Now,
Yep.
I say we hang out till nightfall and watch who comes and goes.
All right, so you guys are able to do that, and as the night comes, you can start to hear the sound of sort of chanting and almost melodic incantations as they spread out from this tent or this hut. And so if you guys want to try and make your way through the village and sneak in, everybody give me a group stealth check, please. Or do you want to send a lone person in?
I could sneak in quite well. I could make myself look like one of these bushes.
Do you don't you have pass without a trace?
In the forest, I might actually.
Do we want me to...
You probably don't have the spell yet because it's a second level spell.
Do we want me to cast my second spell slot, my second spell for comprehend languages, so we can know what they're saying?
Well, you would know what they're saying, then you'd have to translate.
Well, yeah, but...
Do you have another spell that would be more useful? I mean, do we need to know what they're saying if we're all going to go in there and start slaughtering anyways?
True, but that's why I'm asking, because like I can cast one more spell, and the three I have right now are comprehend languages, disguise self, so I can make myself look like another pure bloody auntie, maybe. Color spray.
It's risky. Oh, color spray.
If you want me to sneak in, I can do it the fastest, because I can move at my normal speed while being stealthy.
True.
What's your stealth?
Mine's 5. Can anyone do it? Well, I'm sure
well,
beat that.
Here's another thing. Can we ask our grung friend here, do you guys, see in the dark, or do you need light to be able to see?
I see fine. You need goggles.
What about Yuan Ti?
He just shakes his head.
No, like they don't see in the dark, or they do?
I
don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Oh, okay. Would that be more of a shrug?
They don't have the same bone structure, so they can't physically shrug.
Lazy frogs.
Hey, stop being racist.
Hollis jumps up and smacks Winthrop upside the head.
Ow! And for the record, Ian is not a colonial asshole. Just Winthrop.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
All right, I say we all just go in. I want to bust down and slaughter some heads. We don't know.
So why don't we do a group stealth check?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah, worst case, we, utterly fail.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see two giant turtles trying to stealthy.
Wait, who hasn't rolled yet?
Like
Me, I haven't rolled.
All right, I may give you guidance.
Wow, Olo's not that
We're
bad.
gonna need it.
Well, it is a group check, so we're doing fairly well.
Yep, you guys, led by Wadum, are able to make your way across the village, and with the darkness and the foliage, you can make it fairly easily. And as you come up to the hut and peer inside, you can see it is lit by a scarlet glow emanating from the embers of a large fire pit deep in the center. An elaborate shrine has been erected opposite the main door, with an altar carved of ebony wood and adorned with myriad fanged serpents. You see 2 Chultan humans hang from stout wooden trellises over the altar, but you can see that their skin is mottled, so it almost has appearances of snake on it as well. And the last drops of their life essence is trickling out over the body of a green grung that is strapped down underneath it. And you see a single Yuan Ti, pure-blood female, is scraping this mixture, which you recognize as this drug Wanderlost, into a wooden bowl off the hide of the grung with a bone knife.
Oh my god.
So, shooter.
Is she wearing anything made out of metal?
She is not.
Fuck.
Give me a perception check.
Let's find out how this works. I know everything about her.
It looks like she is actually wearing like a metal tiara.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
Do it.
All right, so with that, everybody roll me some initiative.
Are we where we're standing now, or?
No, you guys can move closer to the center.
Oh, damn it. I roll an 18. Can I keep that, or do you want me to reroll?
No, you can keep it.
Okay.
We're gonna set up in the bushes, ready to snipe.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Ambush.
second time in a row, come on!
Second 5 in a row! Oh my goodness!
Don't worry, Winthrop's got this.
I might have to take the alert feat. This is getting ridiculous.
Honestly, Winthrop kind of deserves this initiative after the thing.
It's not that good of an initiative.
Better than what all of us have.
Except for Thor.
And Hollis.
So where is the hut, so we can see it? Because we're all outside the hut right now, right?
Sorry, that should have been on the map layer.
Oh, okay. I was close where I put my circle.
Yes.
Yeah, you're only off by 5 feet.
That's better than GPS. No, maybe not anymore.
Actually, I think that's exactly how far off GPS is.
Winthrop is accurate as global positioning.
Somebody actually, it's actually not uncommon. There's a streetcar, an underground streetcar route, and there's an entrance at like an intersection to like 2 main roads. And it is not unusual for people to be like blindly following their GPS and drive into this streetcar route and get stuck on the tracks.
Oh yeah, like St. Clair
Yes.
and Queen's Quay,
Yes.
or Queen's Quay. It's pronounced Q. It's spelled Quay, but it's Key for some
I've heard
reason.
it pronounced a number of times. I always say Queen's Key, but I've heard Quay. I've heard.
Most
Heard a
people
couple
pronounce it Quay. All the machines pronounce it Key.
I say it as Quay because I thought it was funny, but now I do it out of habit.
Yeah, because people are just so focused on their GPS, they don't think to actually look where they're going. It's like, oh, now I'm stuck in a tunnel and I have to be towed out and I'm getting charged with reckless driving. Fantastic.
All right, and with that, the 1T is able to look up and catches sight of you guys as you guys come close. So you hear her hiss something and you can hear movement start to come from out of the jungle. But Hollis, you are up first.
Well, I'm gonna do that. Also, I had a really cool line, but I forgot to push the talk, so never mind.
How about some heat, sister?
Well, I think the line I was going to use was "Goodness gracious, great balls of fire," but
Ha!
sure. So that is a Constitution save.
Not
Or-
lady, you've been a migraine, so here's one for you.
She's hot tonight.
Yes.
Oh,
Question is,
Oh,
how
yeah.
will she be tomorrow?
She won't be.
Let me look at the description of a heat metal real quick for you.
Oh, every bonus action you can choose to have
And I
it light
will.
up again and burn her.
Just take an action
So
to
it
get the
lasts
thing
up
off
to a
of-
minute. It's 2d8 damage every time.
You know, you could have done heat metal on those dress clasps. Just saying.
I've got my priorities.
Anything else you want to do?
So this is an action. I don't think any of my cantrips are bonus action or anything like that. I think, I think what I'm gonna do, as soon as I can get windows out of my way here, is run and hide.
All right. Thorn, you are up next.
Get close to her.
Yep. Orange gonna zip in. Try his rapier. And
That is a hit.
And he's gonna cast Divine Smite, throw in an extra 2d8. Iffy. 2d8. Low
And your
rolls.
regular damage.
That's right.
So 12 piercing total. And yeah, you guys see Thorn step forward, and his sword, as it, manages to stab into this 1T pure blood, you almost see it pulse with this divine light that fires through, and she shrieks in pain as you manage to stab her.
Oh, incidentally, if she doesn't take off that tiara, she has to make a Constitution save in order to do that. She gets a disadvantage against all of her attack rolls for every turn that she's got her burning tiara on.
Ouch.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I was usually mostly using it against mechanical monsters in another when I was campaigning with my bard.
Very useful against people wearing metal armor, because they can't just take that off. And things that are made out of metal, that works too.
And Walker Bow, it is your turn.
Sneaky. Nine range. Yes, right? Yes. Okay.
Their cover there.
Oh yeah, does she have cover?
She does not have cover at this point. She's basically inside an open area.
Okay, so she's like in the hut, but like it's like an open hut. Okay. Yeah, short bow.
We're
Pagoda.
closer to the hut than the map makes it look.
Cool. I mean the 16 hits?
That hits.
So that's 8 for the arrow and then 9 for the sneak attack.
And at this point, she is looking quite bloodied.
We just started.
Yeah, you hear like, well, sorry, as Walker both fires, she like growls and like, "Meow."
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Anything coming at me?
You can start to hear sound and footsteps coming, but you can't see anything yet.
Okay, what can I climb? Like, is there anything nearby I can like kind of like scamper up?
There's a tree there, or there's a larger tree there.
Okay, I'm going to try and scamper up this tree right here beside Winthrop if I can ping. And it
Sure.
does want to ping. But yeah,
How
that's what I do.
How high do you want to climb?
I don't want to go all the way to the top, but I want to climb up to a sturdy branch where I can like perch and take shots.
Okay, so I'll say about 15 feet up. I mean, most of these are more like palm trees, so there aren't branches per se, but
Oh, okay.
there's enough you could get your claws in and dig in.
Yeah, just high enough so I can get a good purchase, so I can take shots, not in melee. Am I rolling athletics or
No,
acrobatics?
you have a climb speed. You can.
Just scamper right on up?
Yeah.
Scamper.
You're not carrying a child or doing anything that's weighing or slowing you down.
Sorry, Thorn. I'm sorry for laughing. All right.
Nice.
Then yeah, that's it. I just wait for my next shot up there.
All right, and with this, you guys can see coming out of the trees and the underbrush a group of warriors, and they're not zombies, but they're clearly moving a little sort of staggered and more herky-jerky than you would expect, so it looks like they might be under some kind of mind control.
So traditional zombies?
Yes.
The tetrodotoxin ones, yes.
And with that, this guy is going to move over and attack Winthrop.
Any cover from the bush?
No, you're basically inside the same space, and that is just a large plant. It's not solid in any way.
I just realized why I couldn't ping.
But
that's a miss.
You are easily able to deflect it with your sword as he comes towards you. And this guy will move up to Hollis.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. He does get me.
He does. You take 6 piercing damage. And this warrior is going to move up there, and he's going to throw a spear at Hollis. But it just manages to skim right over the top of your head and fly right past you. This guy is going to move over here and take a swing at Beatrix.
Bring it.
And he comes and swings two-handed, but you easily manage to get your weapon up and deflect it to the side so it doesn't manage to get any purchase.
Most cheerful looking zombies I've ever seen.
Yeah, they look like they're just going out for a stroll.
Yeah, they're having a good day, you know?
Yeah. And this guy down here is going to throw his spear at Baka. But it just bounces off the side of the building and manages to fall without...
Did I get cover from the building?
No, he just did badly enough that it went closer to it than to you.
Well, I mean, I know I have a 19. It's what the angle. I would say at least half of the angle is blocked by that hut. Assuming it has walls.
But it's more that roof is more of an overhang, so there's less wall there than you would think. But that is it for them, so we now move to Winthrop.
All right, so first off, I'm going to say, Wadaboo, get those grungs to help if you wanted to. And I'm going to hope that it's mind control while I take out the Yonti.
All right.
Take her out.
Oh, and it turns out I don't make 2 attacks by the look of the ability. It just gets an extra d6 for the first attack.
D8,
okay.
you mean.
Or d8, yeah.
That is a hit.
What's a d6 for? Why is that there?
That's probably your hunter's mark.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Hunter's Mark. So take that one off, so 4, and yeah, what?
Well, don't forget, you have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that's
You
a good
have
point.
enemies around you.
Unless you have crossbow expert.
I have sharpshooter.
Then yeah, you have a disadvantage.
Oh, poop. Does that hit?
Still a hit.
Oh, okay, good enough.
She's a sorcerer, not a fighter.
Okay, so 8 damage. From 2 arrows.
All right, and did you want to do anything else?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna back off from this guy.
All right, he's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh!
Oh.
That's a hit.
Good news, it's not a crit.
Yeah, that's not great.
So you take
Everyone get around me.
So I got... Yeah, that was a good hit.
You're my girl, but I'm happy in my tree.
And you can see the 3 grung that come rushing out as well. And Wadamu steps up in front of them and puts up his hands and starts sort of talking to them and gesticulating. And you can see that they seem to know him and begin to sort of yell at him in what sounds like a large croaking argument. And he turns and just tries to assure you guys, like, Wadamu, take care of grung. Don't worry about me. Take care of Snake Lady. And so in the background, there is just this sort of loud, cacophonous, croaking argument that is going on.
Bud, why, Zer? Bud, why, Zer?
Wars.
Wars.
Oh no, Winter.
And with this, the Wanti pure blood. So at the start of her turn, does she take more damage?
I don't think so. Well,
It's on
yeah.
Hollis' turn, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you
on
have to
your
use.
on
I
my
think it's a
turn, yeah.
bonus action to have her make another save.
basically,
Alright.
yeah.
She is going to turn to Thorn, who has just stabbed her, and look at you and just say, "Why don't you go outside, climb that tree, and collect me 15 of the Wooka nuts?" And with that, give me a wisdom save. See if you
Oh.
Was this
can reject her suggestion.
Suggestion? Then doesn't he have advantage? Because he's hostile?
No, not on
No,
suggestion.
that's not how
That's on
suggestion
charm.
works.
Okay.
So
So where's the nearest tree?
All right,
be that
arrow
one.
and
So
thorns.
on your turn,
All
that's what you'll be doing.
If she's still alive by the time it comes around to me.
Yeah. And so Wadmu is continuing to negotiate. Beatrix.
All right. I see Thorn do his thing. I'm gonna go and try. I'm gonna go march in and kill this bitch. 5, 10.
Please do.
All right. I am going to smacky. All right, and I have a mark on her. My unwavering mark.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. I hit her with a melee weapon attack, and she is marked to the end of my next turn. Blah, blah, blah. And while it is within 5 feet of me, she has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me.
All right.
Good.
And I'm going to smacky.
Excellent. Yeah, with your longsword, are you going one-handed or two-handed?
I one-handed. I have a sword.
All right. So yeah,
You mean
managed
shield?
to-
I mean shield. I have a shield.
Yeah, you managed to slash down and cut right across, and she almost has her back turned to you as she was talking to Thorn. So you managed to slash right across her shoulder blades, and you can see there are large patches of snake skin, as well as her human skin, and she turns and hisses nastily at you.
Hey, hands off my friends! Oh, and doesn't she have to make a concentration check?
Suggestion isn't a concentration.
Really?
Really?
We're
When
just
did that
all
happen?
over you for that spell. Like, Look,
No,
I'm
'cause you can
guys. I'm
use it
fine
as
with going and
as
collecting
a-
nuts.
As an
You don't have
arcane
to worry about it.
trickster, it's a really, really nasty spell.
Ah,
Yeah, don't worry about Thorn. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
He's just got to
I'll
pull out
shoot.
some
I
nuts
was.
now.
I'll shoot him in the butt. That should break the spell.
I mean, collecting nuts is what I was going to, anyways.
Oh no, it is a concentration. Hang on a second. Oh,
It was a concentration.
Yep. So yeah, your overwhelming urge to go collect nuts just fades away, Thorn.
All right. I might still do that if that's okay, but
No, stay,
screw the battle, I'm
fight,
just gonna
kill her.
Prioritize, then collect nuts.
All right, and with that, Olo.
I'm trying to see where to go. I mean, like, Beatrix, Thorn, and Winthrop, I think they got this side handled. So I think I'm just gonna give Hollis a hand.
Please do.
Yeah, I was going to say, Olo, you're my boy, but don't join me up the tree.
Looking awfully green over there.
Yeah.
It isn't easy being green.
I really don't have a catchphrase right now, so I'll come up with one maybe next session. So I'm pretty much gonna surround myself here and go into dodge mode.
All right.
After taking a large swig from my jug.
So Olo the turtle comes rushing across the ground to stand next to you, Hollis, and then just starts swaying and moving, and you can just smell the sweet tej coming off of him.
Do you really need to do that right now?
I'm sorry, you say something, Tiny?
You know what? Just roll with the punches.
Baka.
All right, I'm going to. Okay. I have line of sight on the Yonti right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kill her.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it that first then. So yeah, that's 21 damage to her.
Tell me what that looks like.
Yeah, I just say, screw you, bitch, and just point and beam of light flies out and takes her.
All right, yeah, and so, in the night, this radiant beam of white energy just overwhelms the scarlet light that is in this tent, and this beam hits her, and she rears her head back and screams, and this white light shoots out of her eyes and her mouth and just almost evaporates her as this pure radiant energy burns right through her, and she collapses down to the ground. And as she does so, the warriors that are surrounding Hollis and Olo and everybody else just kind of stop and stagger and shake their heads, and you can see their eyes slowly start to clear up.
Aha, I knew it.
Oh, good.
I give the one who stabbed me a punch in the arm.
Oh!
That was for stabbing me.
And with that, he just sort of, I am sorry, I was not me. And you see him sort of reach down into his pouch, and he hands you a gourd, and he just says, "Apologies."
Drink up.
Aww.
Wait.
Well, I've never been one to turn down a gourd, so yeah.
It will restore you if you are hurt.
Healing
Oh,
potion.
bastard, he stabbed me more.
I'm going to look over at Winthrop and be like, priorities, and I'm going to sling it at Winthrop.
Thank you, I'll catch the gourd. Is it like it's plugged, or it's an actual gourd? Is it a water skin gourd, or just like a full gourd?
It's an actual gourd, but there is something plugged into sort of the top, and you can hear liquid sloshing around.
Okay, so it's like a water skin. I meant like you will go to buy a gourd at the store and then carve it into a pumpkin.
I think it's a hollowed out gourd is what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's a dried hollowed out gourd.
Okay, yeah, I'll drink it.
Oh, are we able to save the grung and the 2 people in the tent that she was doing this crazy ritual with?
Well, I think the 2 people were dead. It's the grung that was still alive when we got in, I think.
No,
If
the
at
grung
all.
was already dead
No,
as
there weren't a
well.
lot of living
Damn
things
it.
inside that tent.
Everyone was dead?
Yes.
do we-
The grung have to be
Then we
dead
might as
in
well
order
just
to
finish up the
harvest their
ceremony
poison.
then, right?
Oh.
Does this hut look like one of the newer huts?
This hut does look like one of the newer ones, so it was built very specifically with this altar and with everything else there. And Winthrop, you said you drank the.
Yep, and then I'll start collecting firewood and start putting it around the bad hut, and I'm going to torch it if no one stops me.
Okay.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
oh,
I'm gonna
oh.
stop
It's
you
fire
so we can
starter,
search
don't worry
it
about
for, loot first.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's
roll
search it.
Oh, this will take a
2d4
while.
plus 2, as it is. It works as a potion of healing, but it's chunky and tastes like dirty swamp water. It's clearly a naturally made version of a healing potion, but it works for you.
Oh, it's like that awful bubble tea you like.
I just think of it like kombucha. It's all good.
Ah, yes, kombucha.
Alrighty, 4.
There's a problem with that. It was 2d4 plus 2, you said?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled a 1d4. Whoops.
I'm definitely not rolling dice.
It's making up for last time when I was rolling nothing but like natural 20s. Okay, so what's the plan? It's 10:13.
Yeah, I
Wow,
need
really?
Yep. Well, this is it.
Yeah.
You guys, the villagers and the grung are, incredibly happy and celebrate. You throw a fairly nice, sort of party and meal. You guys are able to relax and spend the rest of the night in the village. You search the hut and you can see that the altar was again to Dendar, which is the Yuan-Ti god. But Wadumu, introduces you to the head of his tribe, and she thanks you, and they're able to give you guys another potion of healing as a way of saying thanks.
Oh, great. Thank you.
But yeah, so you have another one of these gourds filled with the muddy water that is, sort of a potion of healing.
Oh god, pass that here. It grows on you. I can't believe it's saying I want more.
Aren't we going to be taking a long rest soon?
Oh
yeah,
good
let's
point.
just hang on to that.
Yeah, somebody put that in the inventory.
And through the night, with Wadumu translating, the leader tells you and sort of explains that, this drug is made from, sort of a mystical union of the Yuan-Ti venom and grung poison. And, you guys tell this to Mao Mao, and he immediately picks up and, licking Hollis's hand, just sort of bows, but flies away immediately into the night to report this back to the Emerald Enclave.
Good riddance.
Oh, Mau Mau.
And Wadumu also tells you guys that he has learned from his fellow Grudge Guilds the location of the lost city of Bulobu, which is very close by. And somebody there is the one who sent the Yuan-Ti pureblood here, and they have been seeking to bring back Dendar the Night Serpent to this realm, and that the Yuan-Ti have gathered there to complete the rites needed for this to happen.
The Night Serpent?
And the Night
Dendar-
Serpent,
The
Dendar
night
the
to
Night
anything
Serpent.
is never a good thing.
So
Well,
he suggests
the
that
night light.
on your way back to Echo and the rest of our groups, that you guys make a stop by there tomorrow to take care of that, if you would.
Well, that sounds good, because hopefully we can potentially leave someone alive and find out where our lovely Ebony Spire city is, where the Soulmonger is.
Yeah.
That's primarily why I came out here, to potentially get a clue as to where they came from.
Yeah, that's what we are. That's the only reason we came out is for the Soulmonger.
Yep.
Yeah, Wadumu says snake people may know. Snake people from south.
Oh,
They did say
they-
it was a former Yuan-Ti city, it looked like.
Yeah,
No
that's what they
snake
did.
motifs.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, yeah, you guys have a long rest. Each of you earn 450 experience points.
Right.
450. Nice.
1865 now.
Yeah,
Oh, what's
you have-
that for meat grinders? That was close.
That's under 45, right?
Yeah, it'd be another
495.
45. So
So
495 for meat grinders.
495. Cool. That brings you up to an even 2,000 experience now.
And you guys receive the goggles of night. 1 potion of healing. You have earned 5 downtime days. And you all get 1 point of renown. Emerald Enclave members earn 1 additional renown point
Nice.
for getting the message with Mau Mau back to Screaming Wind.
Glad I could
Any
help.
gold?
I wish
No.
our Mau Mau would have come on the string.
No, you
stream.
guys found no gold.
Oh, that's fine. Any any other information? Like on her person, because I'm beginning to think that the Yuan-Ti have something to do with the dinosaurs.
Oh, as soon as I heard there was Yuan-Ti in the city, I'm just like, boom, that's the cause of everything wrong right now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well,
they're
that's the
jerks.
cause of everything wrong locally to this area. We still have the bigger worldwide thing, which they could potentially aim us towards. So let's not kill everyone.
Sure.
We're not killing
Chaotic
everyone. We're
good
killing all the
means-
bad guys.
I have to bail, but I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
See ya.
So,
Yeah.
was
See you
this
next
part
week.
of Tomb of Annihilation, or was it
User disconnected from your channel.
a different module?
This is DDAL704, A Walk in the Park.
Huh.
Part 2 of the Jungle Has Fangs trilogy.
Oh, was there any story rewards?
Nope.
Alrighty then. Well, I will see you guys next week. That was fun.
That
Yeah.
was very fun. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yes.
Nighty night.
Good. Thank you
Night.
guys. Yeah, it was fun, and welcome welcome to the jungles of Chult finally.
Woo!
Hooray!
I don't like the fun and games of water slides.
Well, we do have fun and games in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm experienced. I know
Wait
all
until the
about
zombie
it.
T-Rexes.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good
Have
night,
a good
everyone.
week.
User
ya.
disconnected from your channel.
All right,
night.
I
Tara,
am
Chris,
shutting
and
off
Nabil
the
on,
stream.
Sunday.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so nervous for Sunday. But yes. See you
You're
guys
gonna
then.
be great.
Definitely. See you on Sunday.
It will
Good
be
night,
time for
everyone.
Angus again.